There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow it down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Hello! Welcome to Luck Check. Thank you so much, everyone, for popping in really quick. Really appreciate it. My name is Johnny McAllister, and I'll be your Dungeon Master for the afternoon. Luck Check is a live play D&D podcast streamed weekly here at twitch.tv/luckcheck every Wednesday at 6 p.m. This Friday, at the same time, we're also got our semi-weekly talkback stream, where we'll have a more informal gathering of a few of our players to just chat about the events of Luck Check, answer some viewer questions, or who knows what else. Additionally, did you know that we have a YouTube channel and a Discord server? Links to both are available in the stream's About page, or by using the associated command in Twitch chat, !YouTube or !Discord. Now, it wouldn't be a good D&D game without the players, and it's my job to tell you about them. This player has a pro gamer jersey framed and hanging on his wall, my co-host, Tovi Trubnik.
Oh damn, it's me. I have a second fun fact, which is that I spilled on my very expensive keyboard just now and broke it. So I won't be typing in chat this stream, unfortunately, but I'm here and I'm playing a character named Henry. Henry is a witch, which is modified from 3rd edition of Dungeons & Dragons. It's a bit of a homebrew thing, but if I do anything weird, I'll explain it.
This player couldn't finish a plate of mashed potatoes because they were too spicy. Introducing Alex Mason.
Look, they were spicy. The spices from the shrimp got into the mashed potatoes. We've been over this.
This player was the duo interpretation champion for the 2009 Georgia qualifier, introducing Dr. Ben Stortenbecker.
Yeah, let's pop open a brewski. Hello! Great to be here. I'm playing Kamos, a war mage from the Valda's Spire of Secrets auxiliary 5e expansion set. Great to be here.
And it wouldn't be a nightmare for me unless I invited 2 physicists to the stream at the exact same time. This last player once got so mad at me that he split a chair, introducing Luck Check's first guest player, my brother, Ian McAllister.
Hello. Fun fact about our DM, one time when driving to a girl's house that he told his whole family was in fact Tovi, he drove and got his car stuck into a ditch.
That's true. It really happened.
Is that real?
That is true. My first girlfriend, I didn't want to tell my parents about, so every time I went out to see her, I told them I was going to see Tovi. And I never told Tovi this.
Oh my god.
That's tough.
I am playing as a character that you have seen before, one Charles Maddox. He is a warlock fighter, and yeah, I'm happy to be here for the first time.
Very good. Missing this week is our good friend Connor Griffith, who couldn't make it because he had very important things going on in real life. We're going to see him again next week, I think. I don't know. I mean, you never know for sure. But it's great to have you here, Ian. Now, players, can I get a brief recap of the events of last week?
Our note taker's gone.
It's fine. I think this is my turn. So I had some notes that I did some stuff on. I mean, basically, right, we ended the session before that with a monster popping out of Henry's eyeball. The rest of the crew went to the belfry to try and see what we could do about figuring out getting the map, while Valandros, Connor, was with the pirate crew trying to get the map. As they stealthily executed a great plan where they swung over the chandeliers and rafters, getting into the back room where they knew the map was being held, the remainder of the crew bumbled about trying to get into the windows, figure out where everyone was, alerting all of the nuns and priests that were in the belfry, locking some people indoors, letting some people out, letting the alarm kind of go off. Just good shenanigans. But eventually Valandros got into the room and betrayed the remainder of his newfound other crew, locking out everyone from the door, leaving them to the clutches of the spooky monster that myself, Gellin, and Henry all saw charging towards, but it turns out it was invisible to everyone else. It broke through as Valandros intimidated the map maker and then stole both copies of the map and then ran away. The monster burst through and chased him. And right after all of this happened, hey, guess what? The rest of the crew, us, got into the window and decided, hey, we should support Valandros and figure out what's going on. Where's the map? Leading to almost an immediate kill on Kamos as everyone decided to just jump down on top of Kamos since his movement ended right outside the window. Very fun. We eventually got away from the belfry with the map, and actually along the way, while I was trying to maybe peaceably get the monster to get what it wanted, which it was simply trying to get the map for Henry, which led to some very fun Scooby-Doo shenanigans. We eventually beat the monster, and finally, last we heard from the crew, there were some explosions and everything went silent. So, rip Cool Monkey Captain Man. I miss your voice so much.
Very good. Thank you for that recap. I do want to give a quick shout out to someone. Thank you so much at the Duck Pond for giving us a follow. You followed us kind of in between sessions, so I didn't notice it at first, but thank you very much. We very much appreciate that. But yeah, without further ado, we will go ahead and get started here. One quick second. Need to pull up and make sure I have all the right things available. Welcome to the world of Casacania, a land ruled by the greedy anti-magic power known as the Corrigent. Gathered here today, our heroes find themselves criminals in the eyes of the Corrigent, either due to a life of crime or connection to magical power. Players, the majority of you find yourselves in the room above the Seahawks Dirge in the Lowtown district of Port Kailano. The sun gently beams through the window on the west side. I'm gonna pull up the correct map. There we go. The sun gently beams through the window on the west side of the room, and the smell of freshly baked bacon and eggs from your breakfast lingers in the room. A gentle knock raps thrice on the door to your room, and after a short pause, you hear a familiar voice say, hello? Rune? Valandrus? Are you in?
Petal, yeah, we're in.
Oh, do you mind letting me in? The door is locked.
Oh, right. I go over and I unlock the door for her.
You see, Petal has she steps in quite hastily, kind of understanding the situation you guys are in. And you see that she has with her quite a lot of supplies, it would seem. She has a backpack filled with like different herbalism ingredients. She's got a little suitcase with all of her belongings, and she's got a pouch of gold and another pouch of alchemical ingredients, both just kind of hooked onto her belt. And you see she seems very ready to get going somewhere. She steps in and kind of regards the entire party, says hello to everyone. What do you guys do?
Rune, were you going to say anything, or should Kamo step in?
Oh, sorry.
She did address you.
Yeah. Where are you going, Petal? You got, like, everything with you.
Oh, well, actually, I was hoping to, I know you offered earlier, and I hope it wouldn't be too rude of me to assume the offer is still open. I was hoping to join the crew as, I'm a bit of a, doctor myself, and I know a thing or two about herbalism, and I thought maybe I could support the crew.
Yes, new crew member. Let's go. We got it. Yes.
That sounds absolutely fantastic. Glad to have you aboard, Petal.
It would be my pleasure. I do want to make, I've got to stand up for myself, and I want to make sure that everything is correct first. I want to make sure that my wages are met. I demand a 20 GP a week, and I know that may seem a lot, but it's for all of the supplies that I need to make sure that you're all taken care of. Truthfully, less than 6 GP of that is going to me.
Well, good luck finding employment. No.
Henry.
Sorry, no. Does anybody actually have money at the moment?
We have a bit. I could work, I believe. We have so the 200 that we were able to find, and then I don't think I have any of my personal possessions. Oh wait, I have 10 GP. It's magic.
Yeah, I only have 10 gold on me.
Well, I'm not asking for it immediately. I'm currently set to start, and I wouldn't ask for pay until the end of the week.
I mean, at the very least, we can make sure that everyone on the crew is fed and quartered, of course, and will, as we adventure and take on more jobs, etc., I'm sure we will be able to pay that. So, 20 GP a week is what you want?
Yes.
That seems fair. Assuming that you are able to keep us on our feet, certainly we can manage more than that as far as like, income. I think that'll be fine. No need to worry about it.
It would be awesome if I could join the crew. I will do everything I can to help you. And you see she kind of shoulders her bag and has kind of an excited grin on her face as this new phase in her life opens up. Gellin actually walks over to Rune and Kamos really quick and just kind of whispers at your ear and says, 20 GP is not actually a lot for a doctor of potentially her capabilities. So this is really a good offer.
I mean, we've had trouble with money in the past, so I'm fine with accepting whatever we can. And if we can offer her a bit more, it sounds like she has people in her past to take care of. Then maybe we can help her along the way too. Certainly, a doctor is a valuable asset to our crew, I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. So Petal gets all of her things ready, and you see she's just kind of bunker down in a corner of the room, waiting for whatever you guys want to do next. You can see she's like, I can stay here and watch over the things if you want, and I guess Valandris can stay with me too, if he wants to. And we can watch over the things if you all wanted to take care of anything.
I suppose so. I
It
wouldn't
is
mind
good
a
if-
little foray out.
Yes. I mean, we have a little bit of spending cash. We should go see if we can get some upgrades to our quaint little ship. Or also, wasn't the nefarious plan that we hatched if Captain Walters never showed up again? If we see what their ship looks like? No one's going to be sailing that ship anytime soon, yes?
Do we even know what ship they crewed? Do we know what it looks like or what it was called or where it was?
Not at all. But I imagine we look for the one that looks deserted and see if anyone yells at us, yes?
I don't think that is the best way to go about getting a ship.
I feel like we could
Just
ask around the shipyard, maybe? See if anyone recognizes a Hadozi man with penchant for explosions.
I suppose
Yeah.
so. I mean, I wouldn't mind at least checking around. While we're out and about, anyway.
All right. So I assume the entire crew heads off to the shipyard?
Yeah.
Right.
Yay.
Very good. We shift our attention away now from the party and further north to a well-kept room in Hightown where one Charles Maddox is enjoying a leisurely morning. Ian, would you mind describing your character for us?
Yeah, so Charles Maddox, he is about just under 6 foot tall, 200 pounds, kind of a, a stereotypical swashbuckler look to him, bright red hair, green eyes, a little bit older. He is lounging around in his room, kind of putting off getting breakfast for now as he catches a little bit extra sleep.
Absolutely. You hear a gentle tapping at the window after a little bit of time.
I will go over and is my room on the first floor?
Your room is on the second floor.
Alright.
Maddox would not be surprised at this.
Okay, then I will head on over to the window and open it up.
You open it up, and while you personally don't see it most of the time, you feel the presence of the creature that lives within the ring that you own, steps in through the window. It's usually a very small creature. It's never more than something that can fit in your hand, usually. But you can see it steps in and drops the morning's pullings for you. It's morning haul. Go ahead and roll me 2d10.
Alrighty. That's a 13.
13. You see the creature has brought you back 13 gold points as you sent it off this morning to go pick a few pockets here and there.
Yeah, gold points.
Wow.
Gold pieces. Listen.
The richer get richer. Man, we're struggling out here for any GP, and he's like, nah, I wake up and I get coins in my pouch. It's fine.
You
You gotta send feelers out into the city.
as you collect your haul from this creature, you notice that it seems almost reluctant to re-enter the ring.
Can I kind of talk to the creature a little bit to see what's going on?
You've never been able to communicate back and forth. You've been able to give it simple commands and it would usually follow, but it doesn't speak to you in any way.
So I'm just kind of like, come on now, get in the ring. What's going on? Just kind of talking at it.
After a little bit of prodding, you see it does reluctantly let itself go back into the ring and dissipates. But you also notice it seemed to take longer this morning than it usually does and didn't bring you more than it usually would have. So it seems like the creature went on a longer journey and brought back the same amount that it normally does. After a little bit of time, you hear a knock on the door, and you just hear familiar voice of the innkeeper kind of knocking and saying, last call for breakfast. Last call for breakfast," and before moving down the hall and knocking on the next door.
Kind of call down. I'll be right down.
Very well, sir. Very well.
I collect my things for the day and head down to grab some breakfast.
Very good. As you sit down for breakfast, you can tell me what you'd like to order if you want, or if not, that's no big deal.
Just a couple eggs, some sausage. Just your typical, very fried and greasy breakfast.
Perfect. Maddox enjoys this nice, refreshing breakfast. As you're eating in this inn, you see a couple of kind of what look to be what you would describe personally as pirates, but they're clearly doing their job to try and disguise this look. They're dressing in finer clothes. They're trying to keep their voices down and not bother anyone to just avoid drawing attention. But like you've seen the unsavory type. You recognize who you recognize ruffians for who they are. And you see a couple of pirates kind of seated across from you, not close enough that you can really hear what they're saying as they're trying to muffle their voices, but close enough that you can make out a few things here and there as you hear they're talking about Walter made his move. We think it's time to leave the island. I don't want to stay for too much longer if things are going bad. You see the other one say, "Yeah, you hear the news about who's coming to town soon? Yeah. Shh. We don't want to bring too much attention to it. We just need to get out of town as soon as possible. We don't want to be here when the core agent shows up." And you see the two of them just kind of keep talking between themselves about similar things.
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's a bad idea to just burst into their conversation, but I definitely note what's going on as I'm eating my breakfast. I kind of think to myself, maybe it's time to skip town a little bit if the core agent's coming. I tend to crack down on things a little bit.
Absolutely. After your breakfast finishes, where do you think Maddox would want to head off for the morning? You don't necessarily... You're not, like, employed, as you make most of your money just looting people, effectively, and swindling folks, as it were. But how would you say Maddox starts his morning?
Probably most mornings he's looking for easy marks around Hightown. And then how that goes, he'll take some gold into Lowtown for drinks. He's kind of an all-day drinker.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead and give me just a flat D20 roll, just a luck check, effectively. Hey, it's the name.
Hey.
What?
That's an 8.
Insane.
That's an 8. You not too much luck today in Hightown, it would seem. You're not getting caught or anything, as the way you do this is pretty hard to find out, but not too much luck in Hightown for the day.
Okay.
As I would say, are you using the creature to attempt to steal from people as you would normally?
It's a mix of both, I think. It's mostly relying on the creature, though.
Okay. Every time you send it out, it again seems kind of reluctant to go back into the ring. And every time you use it, it almost seems like it starts to walk in the direction of Lowtown before, like it almost seems like you can feel a pull from the creature trying to drag you to Lowtown.
I kind of mutter under my breath, "All right, you win today, buddy. We'll go see what's down there." Make my way towards Lowtown.
Very good. As you get closer, you can even feel while the creature's in the ring, like the amulet itself starts to like lift and pull towards the shipyard.
Yeah. That's where I'll head.
Alrighty. We're gonna pop back over for a little bit to our good friends, the crew of the Luck Check.
That's me.
I mean, you're one of them for sure.
I'm all of them.
That's us.
That's
What
us.
what is the party looking for in the shipyard? I want to hear where you're going first.
Uh,
I think Henry would think the boat needs at least some way to like defend itself, maybe in case we're attacked while we were sailing somewhere. So somewhere that would sell like armaments for a ship.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest of the crew?
I think Rune is looking around for an empty ship.
same with as Kamos.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then is gonna, like, if she sees one that's not occupied, ask some of the ship hands, I guess, or deck people. You know, dock workers is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ask them about.
So Kamos and Rune are both doing that. I think Gallen's on the same page as Henry. I think armaments for the Sweet Marianne are his priority as well. So in that case, I'll have the two of you not split up. You're both in the same. You're all in the same area. But the four of us will split into two groups just to handle these one at a time. Kamos and Rune, as you are going.
As you're leaving, he goes, just go window shopping. Don't buy anything quite yet. We might need something different.
Right. Okay.
All right, that's sure.
As Rune and Kamos head off, you guys approach, or you see a couple of things. You see a schooner vessel, which is like a slightly larger, it's a larger tier of ship than your trawler. These are made for more high seas travel. They're meant to be fast and light, but not have too much, strength behind them. They're not too hardy. They're quick. You see a schooner with a couple of crew members, like taking care of maintenance and doing things like that. You can see it's being worked on right now by the shipwright, or by members of the shipwrighting group. You see a very large galleon. It's a much bigger ship. It's very pretty. You see it's decorated with red and gold along the seams of along the actual outside. It has a very nice coat of paint on it. It's a very pretty ship. As you go, you're seeing more and more vessels that are being prepped. You recognize being prepped to leave Port Kailano. It's kind of unusual to see this many ships at this time of day all being prepped to leave at the exact same time. And you can tell, the shipwrighting agency here is slammed. They're all trying to get orders filled. There's workers running up and down the docks, carrying things, loading ships. They're all booking it. They're super busy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So, investigating. Can one see if there's any particular ship that doesn't look like it's being run to and from? Or...
You kind of see all of the ships are being worked on by shipwrights. Go ahead and give me, I'll say one of you roll it with advantage. Just give me a perception check. Just as the flavored as the other one giving the help action, effectively.
Yeah. I believe you have the better one, so why don't you look, Rune?
Get it. A second. Your computer hates me, Johnny.
I understand.
Only you let me get away with an investigation check.
While this is happening, Henry and Gellin, are you guys... You're looking specifically for an armament shop, effectively, like whoever to talk to get weapons for the ship?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
That's a 15, by the way.
You have advantage on the roll, so you can roll again.
Right, god diddly darn it.
You can do so by replacing the 1 in front of the d20 with a plus or a minus for advantage or disadvantage, respectively.
Yeah, since I already rolled once, I'll just roll it again instead of...
Got it.
All right, so it's 15.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll take
we're
the
not
15.
going with nat 1.
But it'd be fun for the story.
We're rolling with advantage, though.
Yes, on a 15, Rune kind of points out something you notice. Near the edge of the dock, like right near the end, there's a sloop, which is another kind of like speed-oriented ship that doesn't have is not very good at carrying things, but it's quite fast. You see a sloop down at the end of the docks that has some maintenance being done, but it's just by shipwrights, and you can tell like all of the shipwrights are busy. Those two shipwrights over there are swamped with work. No one's helping them. Like no one on the crew of that ship is there to help them. And you can see they're like breaking their backs trying to get this ship ready for departure by themselves.
Can I stop one of them real quick? Like, interrupt them?
Yeah, sure. You approach this guy. You see kind of a human guy with long sleeves on. Just a little odd. It's a hot day, but maybe he's just, he just prefers it that way. Long sleeves on, pants, a bandana tying his hair back into a nice little ponytail. And yeah, you see he's very busy kind of hauling some lumber onto the ship, trying to make some repairs. You step in his way and he just go, ma'am, sorry, I'm very busy. This is not, can I help you?
Yeah, sorry, our friend, Captain Walters, he told us to meet him at a ship, and I was wondering if that was it, or did you know?
Captain Walters?
Yes.
Yeah, this is... Man? They're called Hattersy. This is his ship, yes. Do you know where he is? He's supposed to be here right now with his crew helping us finish this up.
They haven't arrived yet? Oh, God. I'll go search Lowtown. They're probably drunk and asleep.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm really busy. I don't mean to be rude. I've got to get this done before, who comes into town, and he starts to pick up the lumber and continue on his way.
You know what comes into town?
He turns and says, "You haven't heard?"
No.
We have not.
Oh, a member of the Corrigent's coming into town, King Casimir Ackermain. As he shouts that off and keeps walking, you both recognize this name. King Casimir Ackermain is the name. He is a member of the Corrigent. He's one of the kings that makes up the Corrigent. And you would recognize him from a few of his titles. He is referred to as the Furious Mane and the Skull Crusher.
Interesting.
But yeah, he shouts that off to you and then continues up his way onto the ship.
Great.
Fun.
Wait.
What is Kamos's relationship to the Skull Crusher?
Kamos, you were a noble, but you, if I remember correctly, you said you weren't necessarily like of the higher echelon of nobility, or were you?
He was in there. So it was kind of the reason he was betrayed and used for his magic is that there was a chance of ascension into the higher echelons, into the actual, roles of power. And getting rid of Kamos made it easier for the betrayer to actually maintain and hold on to the reins of power,
Gotcha. You would know of Casimir Ackermain, King Ackermain. You wouldn't. It's very unlikely that you would have met him. But you know of him as being he's kind of a folk hero of sorts. He's like where other kings are born into nobility or play the politics game like you and the people around you were doing. He's a commoner by blood. He's fully a commoner. He grew up a farmhand and became a king through sheer might itself. He fought his way into nobility.
Nice.
But yeah.
So what's his reputation? Is he thought of as a brute, or how does the rest of the...
His name is Skull Crusher.
Oh well, of course, but that can be a expression of awe, or that can be just like a oh god, why do we have to deal with this person kind of thing.
You think, taking it with a grain of salt, you think you've heard before people in your circles kind of snickering when talking about him as just a like, oh, dealing with this guy again, or King Skull Crusher's coming to town, haha. Exactly like that. That's the exact thing that they say. But no, you remember people would make fun of him behind his back for his common blood. But other than that, without having met him personally, you're not exactly sure what type of person he is.
Yeah.
His reputation is very much that of like a proud warrior, though.
Yes. Yes. All right.
So we need to get off this island, right?
It does seem likely that, at the very least, no magic, and that seems to be our thing at the moment.
Yeah, we haven't really been following that too much, have we?
Well, I mean,
Kind of been loosey-goosey with our magic on this island.
it seems fine. No, I mean, like, when the Corrigan shows up, I assume there will be, maybe they'll keep to high 10. Who knows? But better safe than sorry, eh?
You're a betrayed noble. Most of us escaped on a ship. There's that crazy second and the first mate, what's his face?
Oh, Mateo.
What was his? Mateo, right. He's running around and probably will tell the Corrigent about us, because he thinks we sunk the ship, I think.
Well, it's true. I imagine it's a big question of whether the poor man will live to see the king arrive, but I guess we don't know how long it takes to succumb to problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should have asked the chemist about whether he got the cure or not. Fuck.
Absolutely. While this is happening, while this conversation is going on, Henry and Gellin, you guys are successful in finding this kind of artillerist. Just this it's this quite big like warehouse right next to the docks, where it seems like a lot of cannonballs are stored, shipped in from elsewhere on Port Kailano, where they're being mass produced as much as possible, and a handful of weapons, and deck weapons specifically, are for sale here, ready to outfit the Port Kailano Navy, or just anyone with enough coin to buy them.
Henry's gonna walk in and look around, assuming we have kind of 200 communal gold, just kind of seeing what is affordable.
Yeah, gotcha. With the expectation that you also have to buy ammunition for this, you recognize a few reasonable prices, but for the most part, things are being sold at wholesale. So they're all being sold for the value as written in the ship doc. The ship document. This is a port in Lowtown, but it's still attached to the official part of Port Kailano. So they're not really trying to swindle anyone. They're trying to get things done fast. This is kind of a port of like, we'll sell you what we sell you. Don't ask questions, and neither will we.
Okay. In that case, I think he's gonna go up to. I'm gonna pick out 2 mounted rifles, and I'm going to kind of hail down the store's proprietor.
Yeah, absolutely. You see this kind of very, I would say, conventionally attractive dwarven man. He's got like all of the idyllic features of a sturdy, hardworking dwarf. He's got the braided beard. He's got the shaggy hair that still like is perfect every way you look at it. He's got the golden eyes. Just a little bit of a beer gut, but it's all muscle still somehow. Just absolute man of a dwarf walks over to you and goes, "Hail there, friend. What can I do for you?"
Right. I believe we were looking for some weapons to outfit our ship with, and
Well, you
we
certainly came to
spotted-
the right place, eh, didn't you?
Yeah, I suppose we did. Well, we were looking at these two mounted rifles, and I was wondering if there was any way you could cut us a bit of a deal if we bought two of them at once.
Ooh, let's see here. 2 mounted rifles, so normal price for both of them would be 80 apiece, coming out to 160. I assume you'll need ammunition for them as well?
80 apiece. This price tag says 50.
Oh, I guarantee you it doesn't.
I'm reading it. It's right there.
I guarantee you're reading the wrong thing. But that's all right. He points at the mounted rifle, and you can see where it says price tag equals 80.
Henry tries to put his own price tag on the rifle.
Oh, God. Gellin,
of course.
Gellin, incapable of stopping you, sees what you're about to do and just sighs under his breath. Give me... How do you want to do this?
Poorly, probably, but I'm
How
just gonna...
are you doing this?
I'm gonna say, perhaps I was looking at that one over there, and point over his shoulder.
Give me a sleight of hand check to try and distract him.
Okay, that's gonna be a 16.
16. A 16 is enough for him to look away. Long
Okay.
enough for you to potentially do something here.
I am going to take the 8 and just kind of punch out the part right above like the lower curve, so it looks like it would be a 5.
Dramatic. Give me another sleight of hand check. This time to just make this look good.
8.
Okay.
Oh,
He
God.
turns around, looks back at the price tag, and he says, right, it looks like someone damaged that price tag. I'm going to be honest with you, the price is 80 for these. I can pull up my ledger and show you that I'm not trying to swindle you here. But it looks like someone attempted to probably swindle us at some point and exchange the price tag for a broken one. They are
Perhaps
priced
that
at
man
80.
over there. He looked very well, he looked sideways at me. I don't trust him. Either way, I suppose that's an alright price. I have to discuss it with my compatriots, and I'll be back here later in the day. if
Oh,
that's all right.
well, let's finish our discussion first really quick. No need to scare you off just yet. I'm not against the idea of lowering the price a little bit. The exception being you must buy ammunition for it as well, yes?
Well, I suppose I would have to if I planned on using it.
Exactly. Now you're getting it, boy.
I'm 50 years old.
That's all right. I'm 150. And you see he kind of pulls you and Gellin over a little bit and just starts going over a ledger, and he says, all right, mounted rifles, nice thing about them, they don't require cannonballs. Much cheaper to fire. Every round you fire is much cheaper than a cannonball. Makes sense, wouldn't it? So here's what I'll say. I will knock down the price 20 apiece if you buy 50 GP worth of ammunition.
20 apiece. Wait, did you say 20 apiece?
Knock the price by 20 apiece, so it would be 60 per
You had me excited
for
there a second,
120,
friend.
then 50 in ammunition on top of that. And that ammunition can be split however you want. Could be ammunition for the mounted rifle, could be for the cannon, could be for a different thing. You could get specialized ammunition. We have some of that too.
Well, I'm afraid we don't own a cannon, but I think that's agreeable to me. One last thing I might try, though. Would you knock down another 10? 50 apiece, and we'll buy $60, 60 gold points, rather, of ammunition for both rifles.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You intend to say you'll buy 60 total ammunition.
Correct, yes.
Correct. Okay, you said for both rifles, which made it
no,
sound like
no.
you meant to spend 120. You understand my confusion there, laddie. All right.
Sorry.
Let me speak with my wife. She tends to make the prices around here and only gives me a little bit of wiggle room, but that'll give you time to go speak with your men. and I'll let you know when you come back.
All right. I'll be back later then. Good
Very
talking
well.
with you.
Good talking with you. And he sticks out a hand for a handshake.
I give him a handshake.
Gives you a big dwarven handshake. There's like a cool little trick he does at the end. You feel amazing.
Damn.
Henry, for the first time in his life, feels cool.
Feels cool.
Yeah, and Gellin follows you out of here. You two can see the rest of your crew, both eyeing a sloop near the end of the dock. It's pretty close to where the armament place was, so not too far from there. As this is happening, I assume you guys are meeting back up with the rest of your crew.
Yeah.
As this is happening, Maddox, or would you prefer me to call you by your nickname?
I think it goes either way.
Okay. For the time being, we'll call you Maddox. You pull into the shipyard, led by your ring amulet, and as soon as you step onto the docks, you spot the man that attempted to rob you the other night, that attempted to take the ring away from you, down near the end of the docks. I don't remember if you caught his name, but you see him with a couple of his friends that you do recognize from the tavern a few nights ago. Actually, no, just last night. And yeah, what do? They don't appear to have recognized you yet, or seen you yet.
I want to go give Henry a hearty pat on the back.
Sure, just walk right up to him.
Very much surprising him.
Okay, yeah. Give me like a stealth check just to approach without being like super obvious about it. Not a hard DC, just a don't nat one.
Yeah.
Oh?
That's 16.
Yeah. On a 16, Henry, you meet up with the rest of the group and suddenly feel a pat on your back.
Oh. You.
Well, if it isn't the man who took my ring, it's been ages since someone got one over on me like that.
Did you know
blast.
there's a creature inside that thing? It took my eye. It took my eye out.
She's
It
a little
literally
finicky,
popped
she
it
is.
Out of my damn socket.
You gotta have the right touch with her,
I wish you didn't say that.
Wait, so
Henry?
we're all four together right now, yeah?
Yeah, we're all four.
Okay. You knew what was inside that thing?
Oh yeah, little secret between the 5 of us. I don't remember how many people are here.
It's
Just
5.
look around.
I'm a doctor in counting. It's 5.
I use my friend here to do my dealings throughout town. I noticed that you all took notice of this creature.
So
Yeah, how could you not? It's disgusting. It's terrifying.
yeah, I mean,
You just gotta
It's
get used to
invisible and wet to me. I don't
That's
know.
your that's your companion. Well, I mean,
way
all right.
back.
Did you
to-
name him?
Nah, it hasn't told me its name yet.
That's
to
why
be
you
fair-
name things like a dog or a cat. They don't tell you your name. I don't look at a cat and they tell me I'm Ginger. I'm like, damn, you're Ginger. I go, that cat's red, so it's Ginger.
I mean, to
It's
be
never
fair,
fun. I never had pets growing up. You see, this is
we
new information.
potentially have some bad blood with similar things, but you know what? It's your creature companion seemed only interested in very benign requests that someone foolishly on our team decided to ask of it. But hey, that is how it be.
I don't remember you picking up a magical item which invaded your brain and made you make a choice.
I don't
Carlos.
recall. I don't recall going off on my own to do that either.
I was
I don't-
literally 10
Yeah,
paces behind you.
Henry.
I don't recall stealing it from someone to do the same effect.
You said
I
it
didn't steal
invaded
it.
your brain.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Does it not
Well,
invade
that's
your brain?
interesting. It just talks to me.
The fuck? Yeah,
It
it almost
says
killed.
what?
To be fair, we have to cut Henry a little slack because it almost killed him, and it also, well, not that one, but there's a different one that almost killed another one of our friends. So kind of a standoffish topic.
You see more of these things?
You don't need to know where.
Just
do
the one,
exact
yeah.
same thing. Yeah, I mean, yes, just the one.
Fascinating.
Anyways, so hi, I'm Kamos. Who are you?
Oh, where am I, man? The name's Maddox. Charles Maddox. My friends call me Chuck.
Can I call you
Why?
Chuck?
Are we friends?
I would like to be.
Go ahead. We'll make it work.
Fuck yeah.
We may as well. What do we owe the honor, my friend Chuck?
Well, so I got some hearings earlier in Hightown that someone I'd rather not run into is making their way to Port Carolano and is looking for a ride out of
the
town.
king.
The what?
The king? King
Oh,
Casimir?
you're more
Apparently
informed than
it's-
I am.
Apparently, it's keen knowledge. Well, to be fair, we only just learned it.
Wait. You said King Ackermain is coming?
Oh yeah, the deckhand,
that's
the
his-
shipwright said so. Yeah.
Kamos,
Yeah.
we gotta get out of here. We can't be on this island anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know him? Personally?
You see Gellin kind of just like steps back a little bit and like goes pale slightly. And he's like, yeah, remember how I told you guys that the Corrigent wiped out my village?
Did he do that?
That was him. Just him. No one else helped him do it. He walked into the village, saw magic, and crushed the leaders. He just destroyed them all.
He's quite a soul crusher.
We have to get out of Port Cailano, like, right now.
Yeah.
The fuck yes.
Yeah.
I suppose we do. All right. So it looks like the shipwrights for the Walters pirates, the Valinors didn't show up at all. So we have that opportunity. What was our old out of character here, real DM? The Sweet Marianne was just a sailboat, right?
It was a trawler.
A trawler. And then the other one
This
was
one's a sloop.
Sloop.
A sloop, that is correct.
Sloop.
Oof.
So, for the folks at home, there's a rather extensive amount of ship stats and different information that Toby came up with, and I helped with, but it was mostly Toby's idea. But the main difference that we're looking at here between a trawler and a sloop that the players, especially like Gellin and Rune and others who have been around vessels would know, sloops are faster vessels that have a much worse storage capacity and are a bit less resilient. Meanwhile, trawlers are not as fast and not as maneuverable, but they're more sturdy and they can carry more weight.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, sloops have 50 HP, while trawlers have 80. So we're looking at a difference between 30 HP, if that's something we want to think about.
Mm-hmm. I'm
yes,
also thinking this.
Chuck, you mentioned you were looking for a ride, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I'd be more than happy to pay my way for some safe passage.
I mean, payment is good.
Do you want to work your way for safe passage?
Work and I have never truly gotten along. I'd like to take the easy path through life.
Yeah, well, sucks to suck, Chuck. If you want off this island, you're gonna have to work.
Hey, well, Rune, and
What are you
I
talking
step
about?
aside really quick. We need money. And
Also, if we're gonna take the sloop, aren't we gonna need more crew?
no, the sloops are easy to crew. I could crew a sloop by myself. That's not a problem.
Oh, yeah, then let's get the money.
We need the money.
We need the money. We need to
So we
pay
take-
pedal.
We take the two. Do you think you could keep up with us? I think actually a sloop. We're quite a fast ship. It'll be a trouble for the trawler to keep up.
We want to take both of them?
If we take the sloop, we need to take two. There are too many of us just in the base crew, plus when we take on the doctor, and if we want to take on a companion here for traveling, well,
I think
we don't have enough.
My concerns, Captain, is that having two ships is a lot to maintain. Like, it's
It
nice
quite
for a
is.
little bit, but once one of them breaks, It's gonna cost a lot to fix both.
Real quick, what does the storage look like in the thing? Like, is the storage a place where we could sling up?
A human
Like-
person?
Yeah, like not string up. Excuse me, like sling up hammocks and like living quarters for people to.
The
like,
trawler,
sleep in and
the
exist
trawler
in.
has comfortable room for the current crew size and enough room for Petal to step in, and for like a guest here and there. The
Right,
trawler is
right, right.
comfortable. The sloop
I'm
is
worried
going to
about
be
the sloop.
crammed.
Yeah.
So we just take our boat then and
The
fuck the sloop?
trawler is a better investment. So if we are going to take it, we should take it. We should,
Mhm.
I think, stick with the trawler.
Henry and I were talking about maybe getting a deal for a couple of mounted rifles. Do you want to try and outfit our trawler really quick before we go? Like, I didn't hear when the king's supposed to be coming in, but
I imagine
while we're
soon
here-
with how everyone's rushing.
Certainly. I mean, how difficult? What was the armament you were looking at? I don't think we have much money. Yes.
Well, we were looking at some mounted rifles. We actually talked the man into giving us a bit of a deal on them if we purchase a significant amount, granted, but if we purchase some ammo with them, we could possibly knock off an extra 60 gold. So it might be worth looking into.
We do have like a 300 communal gold, don't we?
I believe it's
No,
2.
it's 2. We're
Oh.
not quite that rich. Yes. I think that's fine. We certainly do not want to be defenseless out on the seas. Yes. Imagine how much less scary a shark attack would be if we had a few guns to get in when it surfaces and gets close to us. Yes.
Still be scary.
Well, less so.
a
I
lot of these
almost
weapons are powerful though, Rune. Like, you've seen the might that a good demi cannon or pike shot can do.
Yeah, okay. Still a shark, though.
Yeah, that's
Aim
true.
well. We'll be good. Okay, I think let's go to the armament. And then Kamos goes and walks over to Chuck. My friend Chuck, where are you hoping to go? You have a location in mind?
Anywhere there's people, I can make a living.
Suspicious.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, there are quite a few potential places we could go. Shoot, where did I save the map?
You do know that you did get the note from the chemist that's asking you to head to the Galvin Key to meet up with their associate. And the
Right.
Galvin Key is the nearest island that isn't Tiversard.
Okay. How about 100 GP to take you to the Galvin Key? There's some establishments there.
That's
and
awful
it'll be nice and
steep.
safe.
I would say, Chuck, you probably have, if not liquid, you probably have somewhere in the terms of between on person and stowed away in your room, somewhere between 200 to 300 GP lying around.
I can pay it. I just don't want to.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to make sure you
Yeah.
have a little more money than your character sheet probably says.
Yeah, it's
I have a decent amount written on my character sheet.
it's a steep price, Chuck, but it's also, a man who crushes skulls so much it's in his name that you're trying to run from. So,
More to the case, what it also buys is a dedicated set of protection. My friends and I are very accomplished fighters. We have taken down quite a number of beasts out on the high sea, frankly.
we also have
Now-
a doctor.
And we do have a doctor, yes.
I do like a doctor on board. Tell you what, if I were to pitch in a little bit with crew in the ship, how would you feel about knocking that price of admission down by quite a chunk? I'm
What,
pretty-
like 90 gold?
I'm
could be
pretty,
tucked.
What's the word?
Nimble.
I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty nimble and have some experience around the rigging of a ship quite like what you got there.
I don't know, you said you don't like to work.
I don't
What's
like
his-
losing money a little bit more.
What was the significant amounts that you were thinking of? Hmm?
I think I could part with 60 gold.
Hmm. Hey, Henry, how much did he swindle you out of?
Well, actually, I believe he left all the money that he swindled me out of, so nothing. But
Just
Oh.
a giant grin on his face.
I will say, I was able to take that precious necklace of yours once. I could do it again.
It's much harder to trick me a second time, you see.
Not if you're going to be on our boat.
Well, now don't say that because we're trying to get him onto the boat and to pay us money. So, look, 60 is fine.
One good deed. No. One good deed deserves another. Fine, you said it. 60, I agree. I think one term of generosity deserves another, yes?
All right. Here, I'll hand over 60 gold just on the docks for everyone to see.
Sure.
You get a few looks from shipwrights as they're working and a couple of crewmates of different ships, but it's mostly just like, oh dang, that guy's rich, and then just they're so busy they don't have time to think anymore about it.
Kamos grabs and takes it. All right. Well, let us go and secure ourselves some armaments. My friend Chuck, if you want to go and secure your things, what was 60? Rune, do you mind escorting Chuck and making sure nothing bad happens?
We're not allowed in Hightown.
I'll go.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can go. I can,
No, that's fine.
No.
I think
Rune, this is for the best, because then you can work with Petal, because she's most comfortable with you, and also it wouldn't hurt for you to learn a little bit more about mounted weapons, you know?
That's fair.
I do like guns.
Perfect.
We are going to get ourselves our guns. You two are going to go to Hightown, and which, my goodness, is actually isn't that quite a ways to go all the way around?
It's like a 2-hour round trip.
Okay. Then we would expect to see you in 2 hours, and I think we should have everyone up and ready to go around Zim. Try not to be too late, yes?
I'll see
Right
what
to
I
my
can.
room and back.
I'll see what I can do. All right, you ready?
Perfect.
Chuck.
Gellin, was it?
Yeah.
All right. And I just start hiking back towards Hightown.
Almost
Gellin,
like silently chuckles to himself over just the beautiful awkwardness he set up.
Gellin follows after Chuck. Just kind of like, I'm just on bodyguard duty. I don't really care about this guy. But just begrudgingly like listening to whatever Chuck has to say as they go.
And he has a lot to say that I won't talk about.
Perfect.
Just start listing like math problems at you.
Very good. They head off there. Is everyone else going back to the armorer? Or the artillerist, excuse me?
Yeah.
Thomas certainly is.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You guys make it back to the artillerist. You see there's a slight line of people. Takes a little bit to get back to your turn to interact with this dwarven guy. He looks over and says, "Ah, a good man. Good to see you again. And you've brought your men with you, I see."
Right.
Yellow.
Nice to meet you. Excuse me, if you don't mind me asking, you're a water genasi, aren't you?
That I am.
Excellent to meet you. I haven't met one since, I want to say 100 years back. But, yeah, it's not too common to see more elemental folks such as yourself.
I think it's the innate magic. We tend to,
Yes,
Nah.
on days like this especially, I'd keep that a little bit to yourself, buddy, but I understand.
We're leaving like everybody else. You know how it is.
I
aim to
understand.
make sure that doesn't become such a problem, yes.
He extends a handshake to everyone, gives a big hearty handshake to anyone who accepts it.
Hell yeah, I accept it.
You're still looking at the 2 mounted rifles and 60 GP of ammunition, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I
For,
believe so.
for clarification, the 60 GP worth of ammunition just for mounted rifles is 180 shots.
Ooh.
That's perfect. We'll
Okay.
take it.
Seems like a nice little starting point, yes.
All right, I spoke things over with my wife. Everything's in order. Just wanted to ask, do you be needing any help loading it, or do you have it yourself? We're a little bit thin. Everyone's trying to get things done all at the same time, for obvious reasons. But if you're capable of doing it yourself, I'd greatly appreciate it.
I think
Do-
we should be capable.
Do any of us know how to do that?
Who
Well,
has proficiency with water vehicles?
I do.
Oh, me.
Rune. Okay,
not.
Rune and Kamos would both know how to do this. It's mostly
cool.
just the weight of the things being moved is the question.
Okay. So like mounting it is relatively easy and all of that. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, mounting it's not the hard part. It's each of these is about 50 pounds a piece, so definitely doable. Yeah, not too bad
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect it's like some nails in a banister, easy. Okay, yeah, it was ones that are here. We should be able to manage it without too much trouble. 180 pieces, yes. All right.
Very good. He hands over, make sure you have all the nails you need for assembling it. And he's just like, all right, it's been a pleasure doing business. Come back around if you need anything else. Rather than that, good to see ya. Have a great day. Smooth sailing out there, folks.
Oh, quick! I don't believe I caught it. What was your name?
Oh, it's Elrin Fairclough.
Very nice to meet you, Elrin. I hope that we meet again someday. But today we have to get out of town, so we'll be seeing you.
Great to see you as well. And he extends for another handshake. This guy loves handshakes.
Give it
Rune
to him.
intercepts for
Give
the
it to him.
handshake.
He goes
Oh,
for
Well, you got to roll against me if you're trying to intercept.
yeah. Make
Oh,
a
hell
contested
yeah.
dexterity check.
Hell yeah, I
This
can
is
do
sleight of
that.
hand to get both of you
Oh,
roll
no.
sleight of hand.
That was a 7.
Yeah, it will. Give me 1 second.
Let's figure out that roll. This is the beauty of actual dice.
Yeah, well, shut up.
It lets drama happen naturally instead of like, oh, will she get a 7?
I got a
Well, she-
7.
I cast the hex Evil Eye on Rune.
Oh no.
On a tie, we're gonna skip casting hexes on each other. On a tie, your hands collide, and he kind of chuckles for a second. With both hands, clasp both of your hands together and gives one big handshake. Says, "It's a pleasure to meet ya."
Love it.
The natural conflict resolver.
Exactly.
I still give Rune a non-hex Evil Eye.
Rune's just smiling.
This man is committed to being the lovely capitalist man. He's gonna take all our money. He doesn't care how you do it. Both hands, one hand, take it all. It's fine.
Very cool. Yeah, you guys takes like maybe an hour total to get all the mounted rifles. You get 2 mounted rifles. So do you want to do one on each end?
Yeah.
Okay, one on each side.
I feel like one on each side is better.
Okay.
Yeah, like ship combat. Usually, you're naturally kind of moving around. You don't want to like a cannon in the back is not the most effective because you are actively stealing away from its velocity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get one on each side. So as you guys are loading this up, you see a bit of time passes, and the Rune, the human shipwright from earlier, comes up to your ship and is just kind of shouts out at everyone, but you and Kamos are the only two that recognize this guy. You see he goes, "Ho, friends. Do you need any work done on the vessel, or are you all good to go?"
Do we need work done on the vessel?
The vessel has not
So-
sustained any damage, so it doesn't need to be repaired at all, but he's kind of just checking because you're a boat that's in his dock, so he needs to make sure.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So we went down. We had 200. We went down 160. We got 40 GP left. I've got 70 on hand.
I want
we
to ask
treat-
really quick, You said you were with Walter's crew, right? Or were you
Yeah,
just
we couldn't-
meeting?
We were meeting him and we couldn't find him. Sorry.
Right. Well, there's
Yeah.
the thing is, he left us very specific instructions to not install his weaponry, but his boat's come up to time, like we need to move it now, and there's just loose weaponry aboard that we can't deal with. I was wondering if you knew when he was coming back, or any information about that.
Yes, actually, I'm his first mate. Nice to meet you. My name is uh, Guffrey. That's me. My name's Guffrey. Yes, actually, we purchased a new ship and we were going to move the armaments over there. I won't put you out of any trouble or anything like that, but we can grab them ourselves.
Right. Look, I don't mean to be rude, and you see he kind of just looks around a little bit, like, kind of like glancing to see if anyone's listening, and he's like, I've met his first mate. I don't think you're it.
Oh, you're talking about the old first mate. Right. He got shot in the head, unfortunately. Crossed the captain, and he can't do that. So he's out of the picture. But I'm the new one. Nice to meet you.
Right. Give me a second. And you see he kind of hops aboard the Sweet Marianne just so that he doesn't have to shout about it. He walks up and you look at his eyes and you see they kind of twinge from like these bright blue eyes to like this orangish red for a second. And you see he's like sweating profusely as he's got like these long sleeves on in this hot summer day. He's got long pants on. He's got his bandana. And he just goes, right, listen, so here's the thing. I get it. You're trying to make a quick haul, but it's not really my problem. I just need to make sure that Walter doesn't come back and try and shoot up the dock. It doesn't try and cause any problems. So,
If I tell you he's dead, could we get the weapons?
see, but you could just be saying that. I don't have any reason to believe you.
Well, actually, I believe if you take a trip up to Hightown, you can probably see his body hanging in the main square. I mean, I haven't seen it myself, but I'm assuming. We know for a fact that he tried to rob the Belfry last night, and well, I don't think they'd take too kindly to that.
That's go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Just to see
With
how much this guy buys
advantage?
it. Yeah, he can have advantage because you're also helping out.
Fuck yeah. Help.
Okay, cool. I'm good at persuasion. That is going to be a 22.
A 20 on a 22, you see this guy thinks about it for a second, kind of holds a hand up to his chin, that's rubbing his chin, takes that same hand, wipes it on his pant leg, reaches over, extends for a handshake with you, Henry.
I give it to him, and I do the cool thing that the dwarf did right at the end.
He matches it pace for pace, and he's like, see if you met Elrond. Deal's a
yeah.
deal.
Okay.
You take him. Just don't let people see necessarily. Do it casually. Don't make a big deal out of it.
Right.
And when you went to grab his hand, you could see kind of like a sliver of what looked like skin discoloration underneath the sleeve of his hand, but he kind of like pulled his sleeve further down to cover it. And he's just like, stay safe. Don't let anything come back to bite you or me about this deal. And he hops off the ship. What's up?
Wait. Before he hops off, I'm gonna run up to him. Like, are you magic too?
He just kind of holds a finger to his lips in like a shh motion, and pulls up his arm a little bit, and you see his arm is coated very briefly here and there with dragon scales.
Oh my god.
And then covers his arm again and nods at the party and jumps off the ship. Yeah, so you have that opportunity.
Nice.
We're gonna cut back really quick to Gellin and Chuck as you make it back to Hightown without any problems. But yeah, Chuck, what all are you grabbing from your inn?
Everything I can stuff in my pants, which I'm not positive what I have in
Oh.
there. I didn't write up a list of the things that I had in my inn. But I imagine it's like some loose jewels, like jewelry type stuff that I snagged over the
Yeah.
weeks or how months, however long I've been here. So extra cash. I had most of my a couple decks of cards. I think I grabbed my forgery kit, which is stashed away under my bed.
Yeah. And you see, Gellin's like there to help carry anything if you need.
Yeah. But I think that's about what I have. I can't think of anything else that I would have.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. No problem. You gather up all your things. Gellin's there with you. It takes you a couple minutes, not too much. Do you stop by the registrar to kind of like check out?
Yeah.
Did you just bounce? Okay. Yeah.
I'm on good terms with the innkeeper.
Okay. You see the innkeeper looks up and goes, Mr. Maddox, shame to see you leave, but it's a pleasure to have you stay here at the inn.
I'll be back one day. Just gotta move around, try new towns. You know the deal.
Of course. Have a pleasant stay, and your servant is going with you? Kind of gestures at Gellin.
Yes. He's a good lad. Hired him back not too long ago. He's coming with me, yeah.
Very well. I wish the two of you a good day. And safe travels, as he shouts out as you go.
A bit of salute as I walk out the door.
Gellin just kind of like bites his lip and then goes like, servant, huh?
I just, no, think nothing of it, boy. And I smack him on the back.
Ow. Okay. Right. So you said you've got experience as a rigger, right?
Yeah, did a little bit of sailing in my younger days. Always up in the ropes I was.
Gotcha. Well, Sweet Marianne's a good vessel. Just, don't take Kamos for granted, alright?
I don't know what that means.
Fair enough. And Gellin just kind of keeps carrying the things, or your things with you, and just kind of shuts up for the rest of the travel.
Yeah.
But you guys make it back in about the same amount of time it takes for the crew to finish looting. You see, I'll give you guys an option here. Of the weapons that are not attached or affixed onto the vessel are 2 additional mounted rifles. The other weapons are like cannons that would require an entire pulley system to get onto your onto the Sweet Marianne, but are also like locked into place with like a room for rollback and such. But like they're affixed to the ship already, so it would require you to take things apart to try and get them, and then also to get the cannonballs, and it would take several more hours at that time if you wanted to do that. But there are 2 readily available and easy to grab mounted rifles here.
We should grab the mounted rifles, at least.
I think if we're going to be here, we may as well try to get a cannon. Why not? Who's all with us? It's me, Rune, and Henry, right?
Correct.
Let's see.
I'll tell you what. I might be able to wrangle up some help among the locals. I have a bit of gold on me. I could maybe pay a drunkard to help out.
Rune and I will take the 2 rifles. Why don't you do that? But also go get Valendros. Get him to help with moving this cannon.
Right, we'll do.
So we're going to Rune, you and I. Let's take the rifles, and then we'll come back here and start working on the cannons, getting this all taken care of. It shouldn't be I'm sure we have plenty of time. I'm sure we have enough time to get this off. Why not?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Walter's not coming back anytime soon anyway.
It would be quite an upgrade. Do we have enough arms, DM, to take the mounted guns and a few cannonballs as well?
Absolutely not.
The process. Damn.
No.
Okay.
The mounted
Shove
rifles are
something like our
the
pants
weight
or
lies.
something.
You could potentially carry it one at a time or like two at a time. It's the size of the mounted rifle and all of the things that come with it in order to have it mounted is just too cumbersome.
Okay.
All right, we'll come back for the cannonballs. We'll come back.
Okay. It takes you guys. Do you want to go ahead and affix the mounted rifles while you're doing this, or while Henry is grabbing some people?
I mean, if it's can be done that quickly, sure.
It took you guys about 30 minutes total to get the other two, like from the artillerist to your ship and affixed. You think you could probably cut that in half this time, just because you're going a shorter distance and you got the experience from the first time doing it?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Look at us, efficient workers.
Takes you another like 15 minutes to do that. Henry, you go back and grab Valandrus. Do you grab anyone else? Petal's also there. You see, she like offers to help.
Yeah, I'll grab them. As Henry is walking back towards the ship, I think he thinks about kind of like back to his other life when he was like kind of a lesser noble, and he was kind of unhappy a lot of the time ruling, just with people relying on him, all this kind of stuff. And he remembers that he kind of found solace in carpentry, which is kind of seen as a lower class sort of thing. But he has an idea of sort of a platform that they could load the cannon onto with two poles rather on either side, which four people could kind of carry on their shoulders.
Okay.
And I think he's going to run out to the docks and see if he can, for a few gold, purchase some like loose timber off, like a crew that maybe doesn't need it for patching up their ship.
Yeah, sure. I'd say just for like, give me a Are you trying to also recruit a few people to help out with this?
Yeah.
Give me a general like charisma check.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. You find one crew seems like a couple of Navy folks are just like, oh yeah, we've got some spare timber. We were gonna toss it. You can just have it. They hand you effectively the timber you need to put this together. And then you also see the human guy that was helping you out earlier stops by again and is like, hey, realized there were a few other things that were left on Walter's ship and thought, you might want a little help with it. So I grabbed me and my boy and his like friend, who's an Asimar gentleman, just also kind of helps out. So you got two people and all the timber you need, no money required.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, I kind of can like construct this. It's sort of like one of those things they carry like nobles on, like servants will on their shoulders, except we load the cannon onto it, and it has like two stops for the wheels, and I tie a rope around it so it doesn't slide around while we're carrying it.
You see the human kind of reaches over and just goes, man, you've got a knack for this. I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Right. It was Guffrey.
Guffrey,
that's my name.
Nice to meet you. Name's Holland, and he goes for another handshake. Just lots of handshakes today. Give the same like dwarven greeting with handshakes. And he helps you kind of put this together, gives you a few notes here and there, but then also takes like your feedback and response pretty well. And just like the two of you whip this together in no time at all.
Okay. All right. So we load the cannon up, and then on the count of 3, we're going to stand up all as one, lift with your legs. Do not lift with your back. This weighs quite a lot, and you could seriously injure yourself, so be careful.
All right. Count of 3.
1,
count us off.
2, and here we go.
3. Everyone lifts up. I'll say we're going to carry that nat 20 from earlier. Go ahead and I'll make a roll for everyone else that's involved, are going to roll a strength check, an athletics check with advantage.
Okay. It's 16.
16, very good. All right, we're looking at an average of roughly like 18 actually on that. That was pretty good rolling.
Yeah.
You guys lift this cannon and make it over to the Sweet Marianne with no problem, almost in faster than it, like, genuinely took you guys almost less time from starting to getting the cannon onto the ship than it did for Rune and Kamos to mount those 2 mounted rifles. So you guys all catch up, get everything there. About this time, Chuck and Gellin pull it back into the port and see what you guys are up to.
I think Chuck is just making a beeline for the Marianne. He's got all his stuff. He's ready to find. Does he have like? Is there individual rooms on the Marianne, or it's just kind of like a communal?
There's like a communal cabin, but there's 2 additional rooms. One of which Petal's already kind of set up as like the doctor's room, and there's another room that's not really in use, but has like kitchen supplies in it.
Okay. I think Chuck, as long as he can already get onto the ship as everyone else is working, kind of finds that room and starts unloading his things.
Yeah, sure. Gellin drops off everything there and just goes, all right, there you go, and then walks back up on top of deck to start helping.
Thank you, my boy, from below deck.
Go ahead, Kamos.
So it's just, is it the one cannon that's on what's his face's boat? On Walter's boat, or is it 2?
So here's the thing: they have 4 cannons. You've taken one of them. You also need to get an amount of cannonballs, which each person can carry about 2 cannonballs per trip.
I think only 1 cannon and some cannonballs would be a good idea.
Gellin kind of chimes in and says, well, Rune, that's not... Like, if we're talking about time, that's definitely the better idea, and that's what I want to do. But for the balance of the ship, it's actually better if we get a second cannon.
Fair.
Frontward moving one. I mean, certainly... We've got to, like, a trawler is a slow ship. If we get attacked, we want to be able to fight back, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get a second cannon and some cannonballs.
So,
With the teeth.
we woke up this morning with a ship with no armaments, and now we have 4 mounted rifles, and we're about to have 2 cannons.
Yeah.
On a trawler.
Yes.
You know
Gotta
what?
start somewhere.
It's fine. They'll never expect it. That's why we'll always win. They'll
We're
underestimate.
about to be the best armed ship in the entire sea, at least for size-wise.
Yes.
Is this a little bit of DM's plans leaking through his character?
What? No, that's great.
Like, oh, I never thought of making a ship that well armed. Shit.
All right. Well, I have constructed this system to move the cannons. So whoever wants, I need 3 other assistants, and we can go back and grab the other one.
You still got Holland and his friend to help out. Petal's here. What do you guys want Petal to do?
She could grab some cannonballs.
Yeah.
Right on. I'll get started on that. She heads over to start doing that. You've got Valandris, Holland, his friend, and Henry are all capable of getting a cannon by themselves. I'll say in the time it takes them to get a cannon, each person can make 2 trips for cannonballs. So that's 4 people working on the cannon. Then you've got Kamos, Rune, Petal, and Gellin all getting cannonballs. So what I say, 2 to 3 cannonballs per person. So we'll be generous and round up to 3. So 3 per person, 2 trips, which is a number.
So
and I'll let one of the
4.
counting people do it.
That's 4 of us working on it, you said, right?
Correct.
So then that's 24 cannonballs.
Perfect.
Nice.
In the time it takes you to get the second cannon onto the ship, you get 24 cannonballs. I will ask someone to, on their ship dock, just keep track of what you guys have there.
I got it, and I'm paying attention to weight as well. Because
Very good.
Otherwise, we sink and die.
Very good.
There's no weight associated with the ammunition, though, yes? Just making sure I'm reading this.
With the cannonballs, there is. With standard like rifle ammunition, there isn't.
It is not listed as far as I can see.
Ooh, it isn't? Okay. That's okay.
Under the ammunition.
Yeah, I'll adjust it later.
Okay,
But for
cool.
now,
I mean, we are still very underweight, so it's fine.
yeah, you're good at the moment. In the meantime, you guys are getting this done. After a little bit of time, you see like Elrond and his wife kind of step out of the artillerist to take a quick break, and they see a few of you on Walter's ship, and just kind of walk over and go, "Hey, hey guys, what's
Yeah?
what's the deal over here? What are you doing?" He's like talking to Kamos and Rune and Galen on Walter's ship while you guys are grabbing cannonballs.
What do you mean? What are we doing?
This your vessel? I thought this one belonged to Hattersy gentleman. You part of his crew?
Walter's our friend.
Yes.
I mean, sure you can be friends, but what are you doing on his ship?
Being friendly.
God. Walter wanted to make some space and was generous enough to let us buy some of his ammunition off of him.
You got a proof of contract for that? You can see the wife kind of steps forward and says that.
Why
Is-
would we need a proof of contract between friends? Who does that?
Is that actually a thing that people... Why would you waste
I've-
good paper on
I've
a
never done
gentlemanly
that.
agreement?
Right? Like, if I offered you my necklace or something, I wouldn't be like, write it down. Like,
It's mostly a formality, but in times like these when I see someone who I don't recognize as part of someone's crew on that person's ship taking things from their vessel, gets me a little concerned.
yeah, well, we didn't have you in mind when we made this agreement.
You know what? It is better to make sure everything is up and aboard. I'll go find Walter and get everything in writing. Okay?
All right. I think he's still drunk.
Okay. Does that satisfy you, madam?
As long as you come back with it.
Of course. Of course.
All right, we'll put everything down until you come back with it, so we're not like.
All right. Hurry it up now. And you
Okay.
see they kind of step back into the artillery.
Yeah. Kamos goes and goes to put it back and then casts minor illusion on himself so he can carry out a few more cannonballs.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you do that. And what are you heading to grab?
Is there any special ammunition in there? Any grape shot or bar shot?
On Walter's ship, the only thing you see on decks are the regular cannonballs. If you wanted to try and look deeper into their storage, maybe, but that requires like entering the lower decks.
Let's not be that suspicious. So just a few more cannonballs.
Okay. So you grab another, like, I'd say with minor illusion, trying to like focus and be sneaky. I'd say just 2 more.
Okay. So does that bump us up to 26 cannonballs?
It does.
Nice.
Okay. As you are doing this, I assume you want to go pull something to try and get Walter's agreement to come through. We're actually going to take a quick break here. I'm going to pull up this map, make it a little bigger for the time being. But yeah, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. Don't go too far. Luck Check will be right back. Thank you so much for stopping by.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow did down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed, and the captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
And we are back. Thank you so much, everyone, for bearing with us for that short pause. As where we left off, Amos, you were about to go swindle some good dwarven folks.
What?
How
How
are
dare you?
How are you planning on doing this?
Not at all. Never ever. Where the full plan is to just get out of there because now they're gone and now
I
we get
see.
out of there.
I understand. All right.
So at this point, I think Chuck has finished unpacking his thing, and then is kind of above deck, watching everyone hustle and bustle around.
Perfect. You see every now and then when Gellin comes back with a cannonball, he just kind of looks at you and just like mutters something under his breath, which you can barely make out to be like, is he gonna do anything? And then just doesn't want to say, like, isn't his job to tell you what to do, and then steps off.
When I guess there's a moment where most everyone is there, he's gonna be like to Kamos is gonna just address the crew. Does anyone feel like because I forgot they were back from Hightown. Does anyone feel like impersonating a dead man who was drunk all the time and no one ever saw his handwriting?
Not particularly. Why?
Well, we should stop pulling things off Walter's ship at this point. Then, we're not quite casual enough about dealing with it. And who was it? Was it the dock manager who came and talked to us, or the artillery person?
Artillery person.
See, the artillery folks that were yelling at you.
Yeah.
About contracts.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So the weapons dealer here does not seem to like us, and perhaps it's a good time to not be on the bad side. At least.
Kamos, my boy. Why don't you come down below deck? Tell me about the captain of the ship we're borrowing some ammunition from.
Sure. You got an idea? Kamos goes with him and explains basically, fantastic Hazy man who was boisterous and very impulsive and quite a bit drunk. And
Has 2 peg legs.
Yeah. That was canonically established? Man, I missed that.
I don't mean to throw a wrench in your plan. Wasn't he also like 3 feet tall?
Yes, he was very short.
We're not like impersonating the person. Just his handwriting.
I'm taking notes, and then I'm going to pull out my forgery kit and try and write up a document.
Go for it. Make a forgery kit check. So your proficiency, and we'll say this is either going to be plus dexterity or intelligence. I want to say plus dexterity, as like you're using like very steady hand to try and do this.
Okay. So that'll be fine. That. Ooh, it's a 10.
On a 10, you produce not your finest work, but it does seem like it could pass for the ramblings of a drunken person.
I present it to Kamos. Say, here you go. This should get the job done for you.
Can I make a investigation check to see how convincing I feel that forgery is?
I don't think that would pass as an investigation check.
What do you want? Like, where does it fit?
You know what? No. You would be right, because you would use investigation to tell that it's fake. So yes, make an investigation check.
Okay. That's a 14.
On a 14, you think that someone who is trained in looking at these things would know it's a fake. To the everyday person who just thinks Walter is a drunken pirate, this would be fine.
Like we said, they didn't even know the captain's name. So they probably don't know him well.
Gellin kind of chimes in here and just goes, I mean, we got what we needed, right? What else? We can just leave now. We don't need to go back for them.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, why not? I think that is wise. Particularly, I appreciate the effort, Chuck. It is risky, and I don't want to get stuck. Yeah. Besides, we should really just get out of here at this point. We have some fighting capacity. It's time to be on our way.
No skin off my back. If you think we're set, we're set.
Okay, yeah, let's get everyone together.
Yeah. You see Petals downstairs. Valandris pulls in with all of his stuff. Everything from the Seahawks dirge is all settled. You have all your things with you, and your Kamos, your crew is here.
Huzzah. Well, let's make a heading and get our way out of here.
Very good. You guys pull out the Port Calano. Let me do a better job as a stream guy and pull the actual map up instead of having it say "be right back." My bad. Very well done on me. Do this. Pull it back a little bit. You guys pull in and head towards the Galvin Key. I will ask, Rune, as the ship's navigator, go ahead and give me a navigation check. That's going to be your proficiency plus your wisdom as you chart a course to the Galvin Key.
Proficiency plus wisdom. Second.
In the meantime, is anyone else in the crew up to anything?
Yeah, so how many sorry, I had to step away for like 1 second. But
You're good.
What was the final haul from that ship? So we got the 2 extra mounted rifles, so we have 4 of those now. We have at least 1 cannon. What happened to the other one? Did we ever get that?
You did get the second cannon, and you got 26 cannonballs.
Okay, perfect.
And 180 rounds of mounted rifles ammunition.
Incredible. We literally don't have enough crew to fire all of those every turn.
It's fine. But yeah, that is what you all pulled. You got a 14, you said?
Yep.
Very good. On a 14, it's not like you're not working magic on the waves to try and chart a course for you here, but you do chart a course, and you and the captain together are capable of following that course. You know it's about a 1.5 day journey to make it to the Galvin Key. The Galvin Key, I would say, Chuck, you've probably been there before. You would recognize a few of the landmarks there. And I will pull up really quick. Here's the map of the Galvin Key, just a bit zoomed in. So you've got your primary island here. There's the Dripping Tap is the inn that you've all been to, or that probably Chuck you've been to before, but that Kalmos and the rest of the crew was instructed to go meet the brewmaster of. You've got Belfry Killica down in the right side of the map. You've got a mountain range called the Sugar Spring Mountain. Over to the side here, you've got the Narrows, which is just a couple of smaller islands off the edge, and then you've got the southern island down at the bottom.
Awesome.
That is where you guys are headed. See the Galvin Key right there. Thank you so much, Tovi, for putting that together very quickly last night. I did not have it ready.
For sure. No problem.
But yeah, so it's going to be about a 1.5 day journey. Is there anything you guys want to try and do while you're here? Or while you're just waiting to make your way? Any like discussions or plans you have?
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
So
For me.
remind me again, I was looking through my notes and I wrote kind of poorly, just that the chemist just told us that the friend studied basically what was the stag people, the stag centaurs.
Yes,
And they didn't give us much more beyond that, right?
that's correct.
Did they give us a name? I can't remember.
Just gave you a title, the Brewmaster.
The brewmaster.
So has everybody actually taken the first potion that we got from?
Yes, that was actually done
Alchemist?
in chronological order. That was done this morning with your
Okay.
breakfast.
Perfect. Okay.
So how fucked up are we feeling?
You guys feel your stomachs aren't quite set right, but other than that, nothing too crazy. If anything, you think the real like difficulties might come tomorrow. Just like needs time to rest with the meal.
Perfect.
Or with the potion.
Okay. Then as what's it? Everyone's going. It's gonna get. I guess Henry or Valandros doesn't quite get to play here since Connor's not here, but Henry and Galen. He will ask. Camus will ask, Have you seen him yet? Have you had a dream?
Excuse me? A dream? Who?
Camus has told us about this before.
Right. The stag man.
Of the creature. Yeah, the stag thing. You've also heard the chemist talking about it, so it's something that you know.
I haven't yet.
Same here. Not yet.
Man, I wish I got stag dreams.
I mean, they hurt. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world.
I wonder if maybe since we took the potion, the temporary cure, maybe we won't run into them at all as long as we can keep up the routine of, ingesting those.
One might hope. Just as a thing you can know. If he asks you to touch, you can say no. You can walk away.
Well, you can.
That's probably the
always say
better
no.
option. Well, I mean, yes, but when it comes to demons, it's always kind of a toss-up about whether they let you go or not. But it
Well,
seems this one is.
Are
Is
they
that
demons?
Nice.
Do we know what they are?
Look.
All we've seen of them is just from. Well, they seem to be linked to the artifacts, right?
I do want to ask just really quick, where are you guys having this discussion?
I think up on deck.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, I think
It's kinda
Chuck, you
off the
would be
side.
nearby enough to overhear some of this.
Yeah, I'm listening in.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I'm just kind of flipping a coin around between my hands, but definitely like trying not to look like I'm paying attention to the conversation. Even though I definitely am.
Gotcha.
Because we don't know if it's actually a demon or just a ancient race of people who are just stuck.
And invade our dreams, and also pull our eyes out and give us black marks on the.
Well,
Say,
that's
were
what
those,
happens.
It might
were
not be
those the
related.
same
Eyes
animals
get
up on the
pulled out
ship?
when you steal things.
That's what's the
All
punishment
right.
is.
Okay.
Well, to your point, yes, we don't know, but I will say that scary things with single black eyes that appear in monstrous swarms around a tree in a very intimidating way, talking about how they want their turn to live so that you don't get one, might count as a demon. You know?
It
Or
might
just
indeed.
a very grumpy person.
As you
Anyway.
guys are having this conversation, you see off in the distance a small small clump of seagrass right up next to a little embankment just of sand that's kind of risen up and formed into a very small island. And you see, coming a little bit closer, but not really being anywhere near you, you see a just absolutely majestic whale just crest out of the water, crash back into the waves, kind of peel away across from the rest of you. And you guys find yourselves here. If I can pull it up. There we go. We're off up here in the trawler. Off in the distance
Ooh.
over here,
Man's
you
got
can
mapped for
see
days.
the island.
You heard Johnny talk about his maps? You have no idea.
Just loves the maps.
Oh, God. Man makes maps like he needs to drive a Ford F-350 King Ranch.
But I did send
What?
I did send an Owlbear link into the
Yes.
the player chat, so if everyone could go ahead and join that, that would be great. The password is also there.
Cool. You said it turned off away from us, yes?
Yeah. I'll be real with you. I didn't think of how big this thing was going to be when I placed it for flavor, and I just really needed to explain it.
No,
It's not
okay,
heading
that's
for
fair.
you.
Okay, yeah, it's just swimming around. All right. I'm just making sure. It's like that's a beeline right there, but like
Yeah.
how clear is the water out?
It's a beautiful day. As you get closer to the island, it's kind of like slightly tinged green, but you can see through it.
Okay, cool.
And we just see the whale.
You see you just see the whale, and you see the encampment, or the beach over here. The bank, that's the word I was looking for.
Do you think we should perhaps pull a bit away from the seagrass and the small island? We might run aground. We wouldn't want to beach our ship.
Yeah, we are a bit burdened. It would not be a bad idea. Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should go. Navigator, which do you think is better, to go around to the left or to the right?
Give me a second. I've never been good with my lefts and my right. Left, I think, from where the point, like towards the whale on the map.
That actually, given how we're looking, that would be the left side. So I guess I should
So I
say
was correct.
port or starboard. You did it right. You definitely did. You definitely, I don't think, actually did it, but it's fine. It ended up all right.
No, I was saying from where we are, like on the boat, where the boat is facing, it would be the boat's left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, eat shit, buddy.
Very cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Fine.
So you guys have a speed of 30. I'll remind you that in ship combat, each tile is 10 feet. For those of you watching, I'll give a brief explanation of what's going on here just as I pull up this document that I need to have for it. There we go. Okay, now I'm looking at everything I need. So, when you're moving a ship, you have 3 options at any given moment. You can move into the tile directly in front of you, or you can move into either of those adjacent tiles by kind of turning your ship turning your ship the appropriate 45 degrees and then moving into the tile like that. You're always going to measure your movement from the stern, which is the front of your ship, from tile to tile. So if you started in this tile right here and wanted to move diagonally over to this one, that would be 10 feet of movement. Now from here, you again have the same options. You can either go straight forward, or you can continue turning and end up into either of these tiles like this.
Mm-hmm.
As the captain, Kamos, you are technically in charge of ship movement, so that is your decision to make. But as you guys pull forward,
I do hate to throw a wrench in the works, but a stern is the back of the ship.
the stern is the back of the ship. The aft is the front of the ship. Thank you.
Or the bow.
No, the bow.
Bow?
Yeah,
What is?
I think is also the back.
You know what? I hate it here. Okay.
Why are there so many words for the butt of a ship?
Because it's important to be specific. I believe there's a difference between the upper and lower part as well.
Yeah, it's fine. Who cares? We're a ship-themed D&D podcast, and I know my ship stuff. The
Look.
bow of the ship is what you measure by. Go ahead and take... you do not have access to dash actions in ship movement, so you do have your 30 feet of movement. So go ahead and take your 30 feet of movement wherever you would like.
What direction is the wind coming from?
Wind's kind of coming from... You know what? I don't have a mechanic for that, so don't ask me.
Let's see. Captain level 1 is Captain level 1. You get to do these following things. Tacking. Attempt to take the ship into the wind. DC 15 to grant plus 30 movement to this turn.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's
Yeah.
symbolic.
It's symbolic. It's for flavor. It's you turn the ship into the wind and then take your ship 30 extra feet in any direction, regardless of if it was actually into the wind.
If you've done much sailing, Ben, you know that it doesn't work like Wind Waker. You don't have to have wind at your rear. That's the whole point of having sails that move.
Yeah,
Wind is wherever you want it to be.
the real wind was the friends we made along the way.
I've done actual sailing. and,
Kamos,
like,
I'm going to
kind
need
of,
your movement.
But also,
Would you like to
go
take the tacking action? Action.
this way? go this way. So we turn a little bit. How the heck do I move this? Do I rotate this thing?
You click on it and you see there's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
do
we
that.
When you do a rotation, that's 10 feet of movement. You said.
To get into the diagonal, yeah, it doesn't cost your movement to rotate,
I see.
but it's
So
you're
then
counting
one,
from the tile you
two.
started into the corner of the next tile.
Yeah. So I believe that's 3, which is our 30 feet movement. Unless you let me take the tacking action.
You can absolutely take the tacking action. That is completely
That's-
up to you.
We do that. That's a 5 on the dice. What do I add to that? Intelligence and proficiency.
That
Since I'm proficient in motor vehicles,
let me
right?
double check for you. Under captain, it says you're using the ship's dexterity modifier,
Ship's
and your
dexterity
proficiency. So
What
the
do I do that
trawler
uses my intelligence then has a
believe it's a
minus
dex
-1.
Yeah, so that's not going to do it. So that's as far as you make
Nope.
it.
All right, that's as far as we go.
Okay.
Cool.
As you start to approach the seagrass,
Yo-ho-ho.
you see a vessel emerge. And just start
Just
emerge from the
out of the
seagrass, out of the seagrass,
just-
and start to make its way over towards your vessel.
perfect.
Yeah.
Go ahead and, just because we don't know if this is hostile yet, we're going to roll initiative. I'm going to have
Okay.
the trawler. So this is going to be, we'll have it go ahead and be Kamo still. This is the trawler's dexterity modifier.
Okay. God. Fuck everything. That's a 6.
That's a 6 total. Okay. It is going to be your turn, though, because the gully scrap, as you can see it's named, did already take its turn.
Okay.
You see off in the distance as well, over on the island, there's some burning rubble with, like, smoke coming off of it.
Mm-hmm. How far did this thing move?
You don't know exactly because it was partially obscured, but when you saw it peek out of the grass, it was another probably 30 feet after that. So 30 and maybe a little more.
All right. Then we'll rotate this here and then take 1, 2.
So I do want to say we're in initiative, so everyone can be taking their turns at the same time. You all work on the ship's initiative.
Okay.
So it's just kind of working together.
So does everyone individually have an action, or is it we all work on the ship's one action?
Every crewmate has one action they can take.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Because you got the basic crew actions, furl the sails. If someone wants to furl the sails.
As a bonus
with
action,
that.
I furl the sails.
Fuck yeah.
Because I'm a rigger.
Yeah.
And we can only not everyone can double up on stuff, right?
That is correct. Only one of each action can be taken, except for firing and reloading, which can be done per weapon that you have.
Jesus. And be prepared for anything. Maybe some batter too. And then we're just gonna move forward. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're gonna, while turning, do that tacking. So why not? What else is there to do? Actually, maybe I should.
While
look
he's
at-
doing that, I'm gonna put some extra powder in one of the guns
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
as a just in case.
Are the guns loaded right now?
The guns are assumed to be loaded, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't require like an action to load the guns. It does
Only after firing.
Yeah, only after firing it you have to reload them as an action.
Okay.
We'll just assume for turn 1 they are loaded.
I am also gonna put extra powder in. Which one did you put extra powder in, Rune?
I think it would be one of the deck rifle things.
One of the mounted rifles.
Yeah.
Pep a gun, and a cannon.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the cannon.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
I fail my DC for the tacking, so Kamos is a very, very good shipman. That is the movement we can move.
Okay.
So that's mine. That's
Gellin
Chuck.
will. I think
Remember
Gellin
that?
doesn't
What's Gellin
want
do?
to do too much extra powder because there's a bit of a risk there. Let's see. What do you guys want Gellin to do? Because furling the sails has already been done. We're out of range to attack. Nothing needs to be reloaded. You know what? Wait. No. This is what Gellin's going to do. Gellin's going to give the help action. Yeah. Gellin gives Kamos the help action. Roll with advantage on your attacking.
Amazing. All right. God. Nope. It's even worse.
That's fine. So that is going to be the ship's whole turn. Next up, it's going to be the Gully Scrap, who's going to make the same attempt roll, but actually nails it this time. It's going to move their full or 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50, 60, 70.
Could they not?
What?
That is as far as they could make it using the tacking action.
I'm sorry. What?
Yep.
Oh,
you
okay,
see
they got
this vessel pulls in, and you see a schooner with the name the Gully Scrap painted on the side. And you see at the helm in the back a small owlin man with a tricorn cap, 2 hatchets on his back, 2 more on his belt, and 1 in his left hand as he holds the wheel. This small
I love
owlin
him.
man, who, excuse me, while I ruffle through my millions of documents, looks and points a hatchet at the trawler and goes, "Alrighty, boys, we're gonna take that ship and we're gonna burn it down."
Could you not?
Wait, why? Why would you want to burn a perfectly good ship? At least sell it.
The Gully Scraps leaves nothing behind. Or my name isn't Captain William Baskins. And he
Is
just
that
kind of
your name?
shakes his hatchet wildly, and you hear all of the crew goes, "Captain Will, Captain Will, Captain Will," as they stomp the ground or stomp the deck of the ship.
Wait, what
I
is
think
your
his name's
what is
his
your
name's
first
Will.
mate's name?
My first mate's name is John Baskins. He's my little brother. And you see a smaller owlin with like white fur and black speckles on him, holds up a gun, shoots it into the air, and goes, "Yeah, my name's John Baskins."
Perfect.
Keep it in the
it is.
family.
I hate to do this
yeah.
again, but it is pronounced schooner.
I don't care.
You do.
I was
This is
gonna
a
call him out, but-
ship-based D&D show.
Yeah.
I can only do so much preparation. Learning how to
We'll
pronounce
have-
things is not one of them.
Have a little ship pronunciation guide session.
We'll have it
at Top Spring. It'll be fine.
we'll do it for the talkback stream.
Exactly, yeah. This Friday, everyone, come around to watch Ian and Ben teach me how to talk
Against his will.
against his will. All
I
right.
really do feel like this is.
It
a
is
missed
going to
opportunity if
be-
they're owl folk.
You know what? I realized this was named the Trawler when it should have been named the Sweet Marianne. The Sweet
Oh,
Marianne,
yes.
it is your turn.
Okay. All right, everyone. Seems like we're in for a fight. And then Kamos is going to take the jibbing action. Good
Yeah,
God.
I think you got it right the first time, actually.
The jibing?
I think
Nah,
it's jibbing.
I think it is jibbing. I just wanted to get
It
Ben
is.
to say jibing.
No.
I got it. I'll say
you've got-
jibing.
All right, you've got jib sails, and like that's what it's named after. It's terrible. It's how ships are, but hey,
It's fine.
All right,
Uh,
right.
Gellin is going to prepare to fire the cannon that has the extra powder in it for when you like take this turn so that we can take a shot at them.
Literally,
Do the same with the mounted rifle.
And
Yeah.
Gellin's going to use a... What is it? What's it called? Oh god, Gellin, where are your abilities? Gellin's going to use a focus die, which is a d6 that I add to this attack roll.
Perfect. Henry is going to yell up to Kamos. Captain, perhaps we should turn the ship and force them into the seagrass. It'll slow the ship down, and we might be able to get away.
I'm not sure if they won't mind ramming us. That is a thing that they can do, and we're on the pointy end if we're not careful.
That's true. It's your call.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And they could go. Oof, how rough is a ram? Where's the ram action?
A ram is 2d10 for every 10 feet they travel before hitting your ship. They automatically take half of that, and there's a save of the ship to take half as well. So they're dealing damage to themselves as well to try and do that.
I see. Okay. Well then, that's fair. Okay, so we will go to the diagonal, have to move forward 10 feet, right? And then we'll go another thing here, then that's 20. And I'm realizing just how impossible it is to get any of these checks. This is a mistake. This is a bad ship, by the way. Absolutely terrible.
As soon as we make it here, this is where Gellen's going to fire. Just because now we have line of sight.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you should have probably been firing like right at the beginning.
Yeah. You understand. But I'm saying
Did
it's...
this.
Yeah, sure. That's fine, too.
So here. Yeah.
That is going to be... Gellen does hit with a total roll of 16. This one was extra powdered, though, so I have to make a... the way Toby set it up is that we roll a d6, and on a 6, it blows up in my face.
God.
We're good. I rolled a 5. So,
oh my God.
On a hit, here's what this is going to do. So this is a regular cannon. Let me pull that up, make sure I have it correctly. This is 4d10 plus 10, but plus an additional 10 because of the extra powder action that was used on it.
Nice.
So... 4d10 plus 20 for a total of 47 damage on the first shot to the gully scrap. Go ahead and mark down that we've spent one of our cannonballs, and you see the force of this cannon just lets out a giant as Gellen is kind of pushed back by the force of it. Let me go ahead and mark that damage.
Okay, I think I'm gonna fire mine.
Very nice.
What do I add to that?
So for the mounted rifle,
Yeah.
I should have this sworn, but instead of letting me pull something out of my ass, let me just make sure that I'm reading the right thing for you. You resolve a weapon using the weapon stats, your proficiency bonus, and your dexterity or strength modifier.
Okay. So what's the mounted rifles?
The mounted rifle has nothing added to hit. Instead, it is a flat roll plus your dexterity or strength plus proficiency, and it does 1d10 plus 10 damage because you used the extra powder action.
Okay. I'm not hitting shit.
Oh no.
What was the roll?
Oh yeah.
It's a nat 1. On a nat 1, I'm not going to make you roll the extra powder. That immediately blows up in your face.
Oh yay! What do I roll for damage?
Roll 2d10.
Does that mean our thing is just now broken?
The mounted rifle is broken and needs a repair check to fix it.
Perfect.
2.
A 2? You actually min-rolled?
I min-rolled.
I said 2d10, but okay.
I thought I did it. God damn it.
Well, imagine swearing.
Look, we're pirates.
So 2 in addition to another d10.
I thought I hit 2d10. I wrote
Another
okay,
2,
hit
impressive.
4.
So 4 damage is dealt to the Sweet Marianne, and Rune, you also take 4 damage from it blowing up in your face.
Yeah.
Henry is also going to fire the last of the mounted rifles on that side. No extra powder in this one, just a flat roll for it. So it is, again, dexterity or strength and my proficiency as well?
That is correct.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that is going to be 15 plus an extra 5, so dirty 20.
Very good. That's for sure going to hit.
Okay, sick. So mounted rifles do just 1d10 damage, but let me go ahead and roll that real quick. That's gonna be 8 damage to the gully scrap.
Very good. All right, so that is 3 fire actions taken. All 3 of these need to be reloaded with an action. And we still have... Kamos, did you attempt the tacking action already?
I got a fucking 15, which is 1 less than I needed.
Wait, is it actually?
Doesn't the mounted rifle say that it can be reloaded as part of the attack action?
You're absolutely right. Thank you for correcting me.
The cannon needs to be reloaded.
Yeah.
Yes, because the well, okay, actually, real quick.
Tacking
what is
says
the
DC 15.
Oh yeah, no. What's the modifier on the jibbing?
Jibbing is, again, it's a dexterity check using the ship's dexterity.
Yeah, so I rolled a 15, and a trawler, if you didn't notice, has a -1.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
dexterity.
I gotcha.
So,
You said
I hate
earlier that you
everything.
rolled a 16.
No, I got 1 less than what I needed, which would have been a 16.
I understand. Okay, my apologies.
I
The
was
way
making
you said it confused me. That's fine.
That's fine.
So
that's called content. A confused DM.
moving
So,
on. John,
You said that was all of the mounted rifles on that side of the boat facing the gully scrap?
that's correct. There's 2 on that side and a cannon. The cannon has been fired, so the cannon
So
does need to
then-
be reloaded.
Yeah. I'm
And
gonna go
one
ahead
of the
and...
mounted rifles needs to be fixed.
Yeah, but it takes 2 people to fix the rifle, I believe.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and main action reload the cannon.
Okay.
And then, I don't know if it's needed, but bonus action, furl the sails.
You see, Chuck is truly, as he said, very nimble on the rigging. From on top of the sails, he furls the sails, give you another 10 feet of movement, and then swings down on a rope right to the cannon, picks up a cannonball, lodges it in there, and patches it back up, pulls himself back up into the rigging, ready for the next turn.
We go this way,
Okay.
like that.
All right,
So we
then.
fired. That was 1, 2, 3, and then
And then your action for tacking.
4. Yeah, for jibing. I was trying to get AC.
Yes,
Actually,
I
okay.
apologize.
We did this swoop here.
Gotcha. Okay.
40 movement.
That is going to be the end of the fishing trawler of the Sweet Marianne's turn. Next, it's going to be the Ghostly Scraps.
That's its name.
The gully scrap.
Sorry, the Gully Scraps. I have in my notes, it's named
Ghostly,
something
we
different.
already killed them?
Oh no! Ghost.
Since we're definitely in the design like futzy phase, I propose we make the ACs depend on the cosine of the angle that the ships are facing each other with.
I propose we
Yeah.
kick Kamos from the party.
I propose Chuck's the new captain. The Gully
There's
Scrap
no math in
takes
D&D.
Look, you all asked for it before the session began. All right, I'm here.
the Gully Scrap takes a hard left, trying to avoid a ramming situation. They don't want that either.
It goes to port. Neat.
They pivot in here, but what they are going to do, they're within 10 feet. You see a handful of them pull out grappling hooks, toss them aboard the Sweet Marianne, and they start to board the ship.
No.
Bum, bum, bum.
We're gonna do something a little fun here. I'm gonna roll some athletics checks for them as they attempt to board the ship.
Mhm.
That is a success all around. So here we're gonna do something a little silly here. Give me exactly 1 second. And then give me
Happy
more
map
seconds
mode.
than that.
We're gonna have to do a dual map. Yeah.
We're not gonna do a dual map because that's gonna be too difficult for Twitch reasons. However, we are going to head over to a secondary map.
Ooh.
The ship takes care of itself.
Go ahead and hop in here. We'll take a look at this one.
Ooh.
What a
Whereas
password.
every time I almost say the password out loud as I type it. That's just how I live my life.
It's me
I
too,
do
but
the same. All right.
on the plus side, it's now hidden from people in the Discord. But hey, chatters, if you get lucky, you can be in the Discord and get into our owl bears too.
No.
Make
Play along with us.
If I make a mistake, then yes, you can do that. Great plug though, and make sure to hop over to the Discord channel with !Discord. That'd be great if anyone joined that. We'd love that. Yes, while we're in here, I'm going to need everyone to roll individual initiative. This is separate from ship initiative.
Jeez, man. You're being really, really silly.
Dirty 20 for Henry.
Got it?
Ooh, a 4 for Chuck.
4 for Chuck.
Do I have any good dice out? I don't think I have a single good dice. None of them are performing to spec. Let us... Oh, hell yeah. That's a dirty 20 for me.
That's an 11 for Rune.
Okay. Henry and Kamos, which one of you has higher dexterity mod? That'll determine which one of you goes first.
+2.
+3.
Okay, Henry goes
Henry
first,
goes first.
then Kamos, then other people.
Okay. Henry is going to... let me pull this up, make sure I really want to do this. Yeah,
Before
what's
we
up?
do this, have the other people, are they on the people attempting to make it across? Have they made it across, or are they still?
No, they're currently
side
in the
boat?
positions you see them in.
Okay. Also, which one's the captain's brother?
The one that's named John Baskins.
Oh, excuse me. I wasn't zoomed in enough. I expected him to look different. But that's
Well, I wasn't expecting to have a differently named one, so, you know.
I like the pictures.
Yeah,
I
shout
wanted-
out again. Let's take a quick zoom in and investigate a couple of these Dolly generated character tokens for our characters.
Oh man,
There's Chuck.
I've seen Chuck for the first time. That's beautiful.
No face, all swashbuckle.
You've got Captain Baskins, an owl with an axe is what I asked for. Or owl man with an axe. And then you've got Pirate Bird with a sword is what the rest of them are.
Again,
Oh, I love them.
very much missed opportunity to not name them, to make them Robin folk and have Captain Baskins the Robin.
I understand. But anyways,
Okay.
Bad jokes. What do you want?
Henry is going to take his movement. He's going to go... Are we counting diagonals as 5? Or
we
no?
are.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and he is going to cast the spell. It's a witch spell. It's called Psychedelics. For a moment, the colors around you shift in a rainbow swirl before coming to rest far from their original hues. The colors of all creatures and objects you choose within range change randomly and remain brightly and unnaturally colored for the duration. The range is a 60-foot radius around me. Additionally, each affected creature you choose must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls until the end of its next turn. So that is everyone on the neighboring pirate ship needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
It sure
Whoa.
is. Okay. Everyone on the neighboring pirate ship. Okay, give me 1 second to roll that many checks.
All I can think of is you're making them all see Fruit Loops because they're birds.
That's
That's what I got out of that spell.
Yes.
Just Toucan Sam freaking out over the colors.
I think what this looks like is I'm going to change their ship to like watery kind of like blue shifting colors and the sea to like wood kind of colors. Does really confuse the hell out of them.
Beautiful.
Oh, we're sinking.
Okay. So what's your DC for this?
So my DC is a 13.
13. Okay, you've got immediately 3 failures from the regular crewmates. And I'm going to say it's going to be these 3 that I've kind of circled in purple over there. And then the other 4 do succeed.
Okay.
What are their
Um,
reactions?
So you say you made the ship... I didn't quite hear it because I was rolling. You made the ship kind of turn watery.
Yeah.
You see they like stumble a little bit, almost as if they're drunk, and they're like, oh my, what do I do about this? Oh goodness. And that's
Oh,
the exact thing.
golly.
Oh
Oh
golly.
goodness.
Arg.
Arg?
Arg?
Um,
Question mark?
I
Perfect.
thought
Henry
drugs were
is-
supposed to feel better.
with that, he's gonna take his last 5 feet of movement, step away from the bow, and end his turn.
Absolutely. All right, after that is
Nice.
going to be Kamos.
Yeah, we're just gonna stay right where we are. But shout out to the two Baskin boys. Stay away from the sweet Mary Ann, and then finger guns at John Baskins. We're gonna make a spell attack. That's a damn. Pretty good, pretty good. How does a 23 do to hit?
That's going to hit for sure. What's the range on finger guns? Because you're currently
60.
exact. You went nice. You're exactly 60.
Yes, I counted. It's just like, haha, we did it. Okay, so that's going to be 1d8 force damage.
Okay.
And that is 6 force damage.
6
and
force
then
damage.
I'm going,
You got it.
So we're going to do War Mage's Edge. So that means I get to add my modifier. So that's going to be 10 force damage. And is there anything else bullshitty that I can do? Can't. We'll take it. Bonus action, force buckler, just to get it up into the offhand.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys all see Kamos shout out this command to the enemies, point out a finger gun, this blast of force energy launches out of your hand, slams into John Baskin's stomach, and he just kind of, the wind leaves him for a second as he just goes, no!
What
I
a
just feel
word.
like I saying no.
I'm gonna suggest we kidnap John Baskins and make him the ship mascot.
You
We
know
should
what?
tie him to the
No,
tie him to the
he's-
bow of the ship.
Yeah,
with a mermaid.
he's the bowhead.
Yeah.
Terrified.
Perfect.
After
Then
that,
the action.
Captain Baskins is going to take his turn. He does leave the helm. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to make an attempt here. I did already say that they succeeded, but he did succeed anyways. He takes the leap, going 25, 30, and landing right here on the side of your ship. From there, he takes both of his hand axes out and throws 2 at Gellin.
I can't believe you would attack your own player character.
Yeah, and I hit twice. What are you going to do about it?
Laugh
Better.
as you have to re-roll a new character.
It's
On
fine.
screen.
I
Could you
survived the time
imagine
I crit
killing your
myself.
own character?
He did almost kill himself, which was very
So
funny.
Gellin takes 9 points of slashing damage from that. After that, give me 1 second. After that, you see he jumps onto the board with 2 hand axes in tow, flings them both at Gellin, and then loads up 2 more hand axes into his hand with the same movement. Then the Scraps mates are going to go next. You see John Baskins follows his brother, makes the leap. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is going to pull out a pistol and is going to take a shot at Chuck.
Oh God.
How does a 19 look?
After casting shield, it looks like it doesn't hit.
Perfect. What does Chuck's shield look like as you cast it?
It's like a big, like, you see like a glimpse of like this hexagonal grid that kind of pops up in front of him. Of like, it looks kind of glassy, and the shot just kind of pings right off.
Perfect. All right. John just goes, that's cheating. And then some more scrap mates are going to go. This guy goes 5, 10, 15, 20, pulls out a cutlass and tries to attack Henry. On a 4, I assume that doesn't hit your AC.
Well, actually, no, I'm just playing. No, it doesn't.
Okay. This scrap mate, it just says he has disadvantage on attack rolls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to give him disadvantage on the attempt to jump over.
Okay, yeah.
15, 20, 25 is going to take an attack at disadvantage against Rune. Lower of the 2 is a 9, so I assume that doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. Now here's the thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Henry is I'm going to say that the schooner is too tall for Henry to be perfectly lined up with this cannon, but that would be funny.
Oh no, you're just gonna kill Henry.
25-30 stands up on the edge, pulls out a pistol, and takes a shot at Henry. A 7. These guys are not rolling too tight. This guy goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is going to take a shot at Kamos. That one's going to be a 16.
That doesn't
Disadvantage
matter.
though?
Disadvantage. Rolled better the second time, but with your force buckler, your AC is 17, right?
No, with my force buckler, my AC is 19 actually.
Oh, very
He's
nice.
been continuously casting mage armor.
Right. Okay. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Attack at disadvantage against Kamos as well with a pistol.
Okay.
Completely with it.
Okay.
Right. Next up is going to be Rune. I need to get my
class features.
Well,
Damn it!
I had a thing I was gonna do, but then they all got over here like little bitches.
So you got to roll better on your initiative, girl.
Look,
Damn.
you know what?
I don't know what I'm
Fuck it.
supposed to say. Anyways,
sorry
it.
about that dog in the background. Not a lot we can do about it.
Yeah, sorry, I do
Fine.
have the door closed, but
What
he's
did
a
dog
loud old
do though?
boofer.
He bark. Obviously.
Try and true, I'm doing the king spider.
Yeah,
God.
there it is.
Every section. with
You
the
do
key
this.
spider.
You see the scrap mate in front of you just goes, oh no, oh I do not like it.
It doesn't matter what you like.
I'm not supposed to have spiders before tea.
All right, I'm gonna take a bite on that guy.
Oh dear.
Go for it.
Give me a second. I hate your computer so much, Johnny.
It's fine.
+5. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 hits for sure. So he needs to make a
Nice.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes, please.
Okay, he passes.
Stinky. Okay, so then he takes half as much damage. So,
Just half of the poison damage, though, right?
yeah. Sorry.
He still takes the full piercing.
Yeah. 8. 3, so I'm gonna roll them separately so we can get the half of the. So he takes 8 piercing,
Got it.
and then. 2. And then he takes 6 poison.
Got it.
Nice.
Very nice turn. Hey, you see
I
this
wasn't
guy?
hoping-
This guy's not looking very good.
Good. Actually, I think I'll move up a little and still stay within his range, but just kind of like crawl up and like hiss at him and spider.
Gotcha.
I forgot to add it to the initiative immediately, but Henry's familiar is going to crawl out of his pocket and join the initiative with a nat 1.
Very good.
Hell yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. After Rune is going to be Gellen's turn. Gellen is going to look back or shout back to Kamos. Are we killing him?
Kick John Baskins.
Does that mean kill or no?
I mean, if we can knock him out, it's fine. I'm not really feeling too threatened, but if we need to murder him, that's fine.
Okay. Gellen steps
Just
here,
me in the
takes his
background
rapier, and takes an
chewing on
attack.
one.
I feel immediate non-committal. This seems fun. Jolly pirate adventures.
Gellen successfully hits and is going to use a first level spell slot to Divine Smite. Let's see here. Get all the dice I need for that. Jesus. Okay. Paladins
There's John
are
Baskins.
done. Because he wasn't sure if he was killing or not, John Baskins non-lethally goes to 0 hit points. Gellin did 24 damage with that attack.
Oh my gosh.
Divine Smites are dumb. But yeah, John Baskins is out. You see Captain Baskin goes, "Oi! None of that now, my brother! My good brother!"
You brought him onto the ship, buddy.
That is Gellin's turn. Next is going to be Chuck. You're up.
All right. First things first. We pull out the old classic. I hex the captain.
All right,
Well, now, wait a minute.
That's gonna be red. That's gonna
Only
be
I'm
red.
allowed to do that.
Okay, got it. Let me mark off that spell slot. So for reference, I'm a mixed warlock and eldritch knight fighter, so I have some extra spell slots as opposed to a pure warlock at the moment.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
For reasons.
Oh dear.
And then I'm actually I keep trying to move my token on the stream. It's fine. I have
Understandable.
too many windows pulled up. So let's see. I'm actually, even though I just hexed him, I'm gonna go 5'10". I'm gonna smack this scrap mate with a sword.
For sure.
So that's gonna be. Oh, it is an 18 hit.
It sure does.
That's gonna be, I think this. For 8 damage.
Okay. He takes 8 and slashing damage.
Yes.
Okay. He takes that damage. You see, he kind of like tries to parry it a little bit to the side with his cutlass, but it still digs into his side, and he chirps out in pain. Just gives out a little ah.
I wish he wouldn't.
Anything else from Chuck?
No, I think that's going to be it.
All right, it is the spider's turn. The little familiar. Do you want a token for him, or what are you
okay.
doing
I'm
with
like,
him?
I just went.
So yeah, I'll take a little token out. This was actually my mistake. Witch's Familiars work in a little bit of a different way. It'll act on my turn.
Okay, sure. That's fine. In that case, it's Henry's turn anyways, so go for it.
Okay. Henry is going to he is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the scrapmate right in front of him and Chuck. So with Dissonant Whispers, that guy needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Got it. He nat ones.
Okay. Perfect. Then he will love taking my 16 damage. And he has to use his movement speed to move as far as he can away from me.
He turns to start running, and before either of you can take an opportunity attack, the 16 damage does him in.
Just falls overboard.
He is out of there.
Henry quickly looks to his left, passes by Chuck, and runs over to in front of Captain Baskins with his familiar, just going to kind of follow him along. And he is going to take a Hex as a bonus action. As a bonus action, I can use the Hex Shriek. What this allows me to do is basically I let out a blood-curdling yell, and it pushes each creature, large or small, in front of me 5 feet away. So straight into the ocean.
Okay. Is there any save
No
against
save.
it, or it just happens? Perfect.
It's automatic.
He is going to be pushed 5 feet back. I'm not going to say that immediately plunges him into the ocean, because even if you're pushed, you would attempt to grab onto the side of the ship. He's going to make a dex save to try and grab onto the ship, but he still gets pushed for sure.
Sure.
Okay. He does like hook into the side of the ship, almost like with one of the hand axes as like a grappling hook he holds on. But he is down there. It's going to take his movement to try and climb up next turn.
Okay. And my familiar is not going to do anything because I already used my bonus action.
Okay. Kamos, you're up.
All right.
And sorry, just to
No.
clarify, these guys no longer have their disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Kamos, go for it.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna move. Let's It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think that's within. Kamos is going to just pew pew finger guns at the at Captain Baskins.
I'm gonna say you don't necessarily have line of sight because he's hanging off the edge.
Oh, so I can't do that, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that would be difficult to justify because pretty much all you can see of him is the hand axe that's holding on. If you
okay.
got over to the edge of the ship, then maybe you could like peek over and shoot at him.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go ahead and move up over here, and then try that shot. Pew.
Okay,
Pew,
go for
pew, pew. All right. Does a +6? Just double check. Yeah. Does a 20 hit?
The 20 hits. That hits.
Okay. So then, as a hit, I'm going to expend one of my my battle dice in order to employ the stratagem check. When you hit a creature with an attack, you can expend one battle dice as a bonus action to force that creature to flee. The target must make a charisma saving throw. If it's immune to being charmed, then it automatically succeeds. If it's on a failed save, the target must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move up to half its movement speed directly away from you.
Got it. He
So
got
I need
a 15.
That passes.
Okay.
Kamos is going to be like, get off of my ship, and I can talk like a gentleman. And then blast him for using War Mage's Edge to add my modifier, 9 points of force damage.
Okay. You see, as this launches at him, he lets out a screech and kind of like twists his body. You see, he spends his reaction and kind of negates some of the damage he takes here. So he's going to take half of that, rounded down to 4. Okay. Anything else from Kamos?
That is all I've got. That's my action, my bonus, and then you know what? We're just gonna go back here and make sure we maintain the wheel.
Sure. All right. Captain Baskins is going to go next. He's going to make an athletics check to climb back up. He does so successfully, comes face to face with Henry, and is going to take 2 attacks against you.
You were supposed to fall into the water.
Well, you're about to fall into the afterlife, buddy.
Oh shit!
What's your AC, Henry?
He's got
13.
some words.
13. He hits twice.
Ooh,
You get
8. That's
Red.
Henry. Later, Henry. Let's all wave goodbye.
He does min roll, however, so that's going to be how much damage? That's going to be 8 total damage, 8 total slashing damage.
Not terrible.
Next up is going to be the Scrapmates. You see Scrapmate number 2 leaps over, standing on the corpse of his fallen friend. And Chuck, I need you to make an athletics check.
Okay. Athletics. Ooh, this is gonna be rough.
You're trying to beat a 17.
Oh, it's gonna be rough.
Oh no.
That's a 2.
All right, Chuck is knocked prone as this Scrapmate jumps over and shoves you to the ground.
Nice.
We're going to use
Have a
green for
7 in
knocked prone.
strength.
This Scrapmate is, and as he does, he shouts out, "Come get him!" And this Scrapmate jumps over, goes around the cannon. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to take an attack with advantage against Chuck. What's the AC again?
15.
15. He hits you with a 17.
I'll just take a hit.
Okay, I actually don't remember if you can use reactions while prone.
Yeah, I'm not sure, so I won't.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
I've
I
already
think you
used too
should.
many
I don't
spell
see
slots.
why not.
I mean,
I need the slots.
you take 8 points of slashing damage from a scimitar cutting into your leg. So they're like, "That's payback for Billy," and slash into you. After
prone
that,
doesn't have anything to do with reactions. Just
okay, I'm thinking of something else. So let's see. I think this is what they would do. Scrapmate 5 over here. Yeah, what's up?
I hate to do it to myself. Do I need to make a concentration check for Hex?
You do. He did less than 10, so you're trying to beat a 10.
Okay, and I have advantage on that. Is that just a full? It's Constitution, right?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As you're doing this, Scrapmate 5 runs kind of past Kamos, but still in your threatened area, as he and 6 both see the big spider as the threat here, and they're both going to take an attack against Rune.
What?
Rune, what's your King Spider AC?
14?
That's 2 hits.
Alright. That's
I
fair.
passed the concentration check.
Perfect. All right. You take Rune. What is it? That's going to be 14 slashing damage.
An important point, Johnny, if it matters for your thing, because I didn't use my bonus action to do the stratagem, I did not maintain the force buckler, so AC is down to 17.
That's fine.
Just
Okay. That was all of the Scrapmates. Next up is going to be Rune.
Cool. I'm gonna bite the one I bit before.
Cool. Number 6, go for it.
Yeah. Work with me.
He preemptively succeeded his con save again.
Wish he wouldn't.
Yeah, God.
Just as this
Annoying.
giant wet spider
Well,
tries
I
to
got a
bite
nat
into
20
people.
on him.
Hey,
Nice.
go ahead and roll that damage, and while you're rolling, describe to me how you kill this guy.
Oh, damn.
Oh. I think. Fuck. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the. Rune just fully bites his head off.
Hell yeah.
Terrifying. You see Scrapmate 5 goes, oh my god. My friend, my best friend since childhood. How could you do this to him? As Scrapmate
Spit out
6
the head at
disappears.
Scrapmate 5.
Oh no.
If you bit that off and transform back into a person, what would that do?
It would hurt.
Yeah.
All right,
It's fine,
Scrapmate
they
6
spit
is
it
out
back
of here.
out.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. Anything
I
else
feel
from
like
Rune?
I should get an intimidation check on a Scrapmate 5.
If you use your action to try and intimidate him, I would say yes.
Fine, I can't really do anything else.
All right. Next up is going to be Gellin, who is going to activate his channel divinity, Fury of the Tides, I believe it's called.
Yes.
Pulls out his gun, channels wind energy into it, the Fury of the Tides, as it were, and takes a shot at Captain Baskins. He does hit. That's going to be... It's going to be 13 piercing damage, and Captain Baskins is already... Oh no, Captain Baskins gets a new reaction because his turn came through. So he once again kind of swerves to the side and lets the bullet kind of graze him rather than fully damaging him. He takes half of 13, which is going to be 6. But because I activated Fury of the Tides, he is once again pushed 5 feet off the ship. He'll make another dexterity saving. Oh, no, actually, Fury of the Tides is a 10-foot push. He's pushed and slammed into the side of his own ship, taking 3 more points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Which he can't have. He'll make the same dexterity saving throw, but try to grab onto the one behind him. He does successfully do that. This is Captain Baskins just kind of getting bullied over here by Henry and
Yeah,
Gellin.
like bopped and pushed and screamed at.
I mean,
as I
he
Just
kind
like
of
how
deserves
Chuck
it.
is getting bullied.
Chuck, it is your turn.
All right, so you best believe. First thing, I stand up.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
That's a man with a plan right there.
You're an inspiration to us all, Chuck.
bonus action. Hexblade's curse the captain.
Oh,
This is the second curse on it.
okay.
That's I add my proficiency to damage rolls on him, and I crit on the 19
Yeah.
against the captain. And then main action, I'm just gonna which Scrapmate hit me?
4 hit you, 2 knocked you prone.
Okay. Ooh, which one do I hate more?
The one
hit
that
me.
knocked you prone to make Scrapmate 4 hit you.
No, I'm gonna do an attack against Scrapmate 4. If I can ever remember what my mods. Ooh, does a 24 hit?
24 does hit. After Chuck is going to be Henry, so plan your turn.
Okay. That's gonna be a max roll of 9 damage.
Perfect. Okay. Anything else?
That's my turn. Does it take all my movement to stand up?
It takes half your movement to stand up.
I probably don't want to step away at the moment.
You don't want 2 reactions taken against you?
I mean, I'll tell you this much for free, because if in D&D rules, it's if I make a ranged attack with someone next to me, it's at disadvantage.
Correct.
You better believe I'm stepping away next turn.
Fair enough.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, Henry, you're up. Kamos is next.
Okay. Henry is going to okay. Henry is going to jump onto the edge of the ship up here and cast the good old spell Thunderwave.
Okay.
Hopefully oh boy. Let me think about this actually. He's going to get over yeah, I guess he'll go here. He's going to cast Thunderwave. So basically, you need to have Captain Baskins make a dex saving throw.
Okay. He succeeds again.
Oh, damn. I hate that. Okay. Oh, sorry, that was a con saving throw. Did you still...
He rolled an 18 on the die.
Oh, okay. That's too bad. He still takes half of 2d8 damage.
Okay.
Which is...
let me roll the second one. 14, so 7.
Okay, so 7 total damage. Very good.
Yep.
What does Thunderwave look like as Henry casts it?
Henry kind of just draws into like the elements kind of thing. So you just see him place his hands on the railing of the ship, and the air around him just gets a little darker and kind of like condenses, and then you kind of like hear the sound fade out, and then just a big like pop, like bang kind of thing like explodes out from him.
Nice. Absolutely. So he takes that damage. Anything else from Henry?
Henry is going to mentally, as a bonus action, command this little spider creature that looks like it has the shell of a gold coin. It's going to run over across the deck and jump at the leg of Scrapmate number 2 and make an attack roll.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit for sure.
Okay. He is going to bite. And so he takes 7 damage. I max rolled that. Plus an additional 3 acid damage.
Nice.
Imagine getting murked by a tiny little imaginary spider.
You see Scrapmate 2 sees a gold coin run at him, and he's like, ooh, nice. He reaches down to pick it up, and then it bites him, and the acid burns into his leg. He's like, oh, God, how could I have foreseen this? My greed.
State of my avarice.
If that's the end of your turn, Henry, that's going to be Kamos.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna stay at the wheel because I'd rather make sure we don't blow up the thing. We're gonna whip out the rapier and arc blade at this fancy scrap mate number 5 for oh my, does a 21 hit?
That hits.
Okay, bet. All right, so that's 1d8 plus the 1d6 lightning damage. Ooh, we min-rolled that. That's perfect. So that's 9 lightning damage.
Got it. Okay.
Right to that chicken butt. And then bonus action, cast Force Butt.
You got it. Okay.
That's my turn.
You got it. All right, Captain Baskins is going to use an athletics check to try and climb back up onto the gully scraps. Yeah, what's up?
Actually, as a reaction, as Captain Baskins is about to take his main action of whatever he's gonna do, Henry is going to put a thought into his mind. I'm just not good enough of a pirate. I should stay down in the water. And I'm gonna cast Intrusive Thought, which basically just puts this intrusive thought into his mind. So mechanically, whenever he's going to use his action, instead of whatever action he was going to take, he's going to take the dodge action.
Is there no save against that? Because
there
that's
is a
obscene.
save against
okay.
that. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
No, let it be busted as can be.
He fails.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Dodging.
So he was using his movement to try and climb up, so he does get onto the ship itself, but he turns around, goes to throw an axe at Henry, and then instead cowers in fear for a second at his own iniquity. Next up, the scrapmates are going to go. Scrapmate number 5 is going to whip around and attack Kama since you just stabbed at him.
Yep.
Misses. You hate to see it, scrapmate number 5. Scrapmate 2 and 4. I think 2 is focused on the spider, and so he's going to take an attack against that. Does a 12 hit the spider?
Me?
No.
No.
Henry's familiar.
Oh, I'm so
Too
sorry.
many spiders.
A 12 does, I believe, hits. Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. He is going to deal 7 points of slashing damage to the spider as he slashes at it with a saber.
Okay. Yeah, you cut off a portion of the coin, but it still looks like it has enough legs to move around.
Okay. Scrapmate number 4 takes an attack against Chuck.
Yep.
And what's your AC again?
15.
Whiffs it.
Nice.
Just goes to slash. You show him how to properly riposte a sword slash, unlike the attempt from the prior scrapmate. You push it to the side with dexterous finesse. I don't care if those words mean roughly the same thing. Rune,
No,
you're up
I like
next.
I'm a boy.
I'm a biter boy.
I'm a biter boy.
Personally,
You and the small spider have a similar energy.
they're the same type of stand.
Is it amber colored?
Does
I
a
hate-
12 hit?
A 12 does hit.
You're welcome.
Wow. Perfect.
Can he make a con? I think it's con. Pretty
He
sure it's
succeeds.
con. Could he not though?
Nope.
That'd be neat.
Give me heat. Okay, so he takes 6 and 10 damage in total, 4 of that being poison.
Gotcha. He is not looking good as this large spider bites into him, and he just took a hit from a rapier a second ago. You see Scrapmate 5 is on the ropes. Anything else from Rune?
No.
Okay. Gellen's turn. Gellen is going to move 5, 10, 15, skirting around Scrapmate 4's area. Takes his gun that's still imbued with his channel divinity, Fury of the Tides, and is going to shoot Scrapmate number 4. On a nat 20.
Hey.
Ooh.
I unfortunately can't divine smite with a ranged weapon.
How busted would that be, though?
You're the DM. Fix it.
Deals
Make Toby deal with your greed.
deals 14 points of damage to Scrapmate number 4, pushing him into the side of the ship, and he flips out over, dying and dumping himself into the waves.
Nice.
Rip. Did we not kill the first guy? Has everybody else just been dying, but that first guy is just lying there half unconscious?
Which guy?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah,
the guy-
John Baskins over here. Yeah, he's okay.
Everybody else is just getting slaughtered.
Don't kill the captain. The crew is fine.
Next up is going to be Chuck's turn.
So here's the thing. Toby, I think you fucked me here. Because the
Oh, I'm
captain is
sorry.
taking a dodge action, right?
Yeah.
Does that go for every attack made against him, or just the first one?
It's
don't-
every attack.
Okay, yeah.
Dang it.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's called synergy.
The issue is, if I don't do it this turn, I'm pretty sure everyone dies before I get my next turn.
Probably true.
So, but the good news is, now I don't have to take the opportunity attack, because I have disadvantage anyways.
Sure.
Exactly.
So here's what we're gonna have a big turn, and this is gonna be the thing that I built this character to do.
And it's gonna nat 1 because you have disadvantage.
Exactly.
Don't
So-
say that out loud.
So I'll say what I'm gonna do, and then we'll do all of the rolls at once if that works.
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
good God.
So first thing, I use Quicken Spell, and I spend 2 sorcery points to cast Eldritch Smite. So Eldritch Smite is 2 beams at the moment.
Eldritch Blast, you mean?
Oh, sorry, Eldritch Blast, yeah.
Yes.
Then I'm going to main action cast Eldritch Blast, and then I'm going to action surge and cast Eldritch Blast. So this is
Yeah.
6 instances of Eldritch Blast hitting the captain.
Okay. Yep.
At disadvantage, so I think that means I have to do each of these dice main rolls individually instead of just rolling 6 die.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
I'm gonna test something real fast. See if this is a thing. No, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't like it.
Okay, so -1 d20. Oh, I did it wrong again. Oh god.
I mean, the
Gotta
nice
be
thing
the
is once you
same.
get it right the first time, you can just copy paste it.
You might be able to do 6 minus d20.
No, I tried that already. I think.
No, you did minus 6 d20. It has
Yeah.
to be between 2 things.
Oh,
But,
I see. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lowest is a 7. Next lowest is an 11.
Those two both miss.
Okay.
I'm looking at yours. 15, 22, and 21 all hit. So that's 3d10 force damage.
It's 3d10. He's hexed, so it's additional 3d6. I add my proficiency to damage rolls.
Okay, and you hit him 3 times.
It's
Yep.
cursed. So that's going to be
What level is this character? Jesus.
5.
Yeah, Chuck is
What?
1 level higher than the rest of the crew.
PS, dude.
This hit him for 38 damage, and that's with 2 min rolls on the damage.
So
Jeez.
it's okay.
And that
Everything's
is-
fine.
All of Chuck's resources.
So here's the thing. Yeah, Captain Baskins explodes. He fully leaves this realm of existence as you see, what does this look like as Chuck just unloads a flurry of Eldritch Blasts?
So, like, I think it's probably from his necklace ring thing.
Mhm.
A bunch of like zigzaggy black arcs. Not quite like lightning, but kind of like they're shooking along.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, yeah.
You get what I mean.
I understand. Absolutely. You see 6 of these launch out almost in like just a flurry, like an unfocused, untargeted, just blast of 6 Eldritch Blasts comes out of Chuck's necklace. 3 of them hit the Captain Baskins, who is launched 15 feet back, crashes into his helm, snaps his neck, and dies.
Ooh.
And you see Scrapmate number 2 and Scrapmate number 5 both go, Captain! Oh, Captain, what has he done to you?
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
And is that the end of Chuck's turn?
That is the end of Chuck's turn with
Henry.
2 actions and a bonus action.
Henry, you are up.
Okay. Henry is going to. How is Pirate 2 versus 5 looking?
5 looks truly on death's door. 2 looks like he's got a little bit of fight left in him.
Henry is going to turn that kind of like mind to mind magic. He's going to turn the focus on number 2 and he's gonna cast. He's just gonna go for Dissonant Whispers again. So have that guy make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, he fails.
Okay. He takes. Oh, I mineraled pretty much everything. 6 damage.
Okay. And he has to use his reaction to run away, right?
As far as he can get away from me.
Okay, so he's going to go this way, but that does mean he's going to leave Chuck's threatened area. You can take an attack of opportunity.
I will. That's a nat 1.
All right.
Also, I do want to point out, just looking over if I didn't have disadvantage, 5 of those would have hit, 2 of which would have been a crit.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh wait,
Would have been real
I think
funny.
he actually left the AOE of my
Of
familiar
the
as
spider,
well.
too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make a attack roll. 12.
That'll hit.
Oh, sick. Okay. Minerals on the first one. That's 2 damage plus additional 6, so 8 total.
You deal exactly 8.
Yeah.
Guess how much health he had exactly.
Oh,
Chuck, the reason you miss your swipe is because Scrapmate 2 dies to a spider bite before you can swing at him.
No.
The only remaining member is Scrapmate 5. Rune, go ahead and give me that intimidation check that you wanted earlier.
Hell yeah! What do I get in? I'm not good at intimidation. Hold on.
You're trying to beat a 5.
Okay, I think I can do that, I say.
Plus charisma, I believe.
Yeah, well, a spider's charisma ain't good.
I feel like
They're
it should
not-
have, like... is there a... What's it,
There's
giant
not a
spider you had?
specific intimidation. It's Spider King.
Spider
And his
King.
charisma.
So cool.
What's that
Charisma's
roll?
4. Give me a second. What is... 4 is minus something.
That's -3. Okay, you failed. Scrapmate 5 is going to keep fighting. Henry, anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right, Kamos, you're
wait.
up.
It wasn't my turn, was it? Was it my turn the entire time?
Yes.
What?
You use Dissonant Whispers to make the guy run away.
Never mind. I
Local
thought somebody else might.
local gamer forgets how the game works.
We went on such a long tangent about
Fine.
that guy running away. Never mind. Anyway.
Okay, Kamos, you're up. You see Scrapmate 5 sturdies himself and says, "I'll die a hero," and raises his scimitar.
Kamos does a little lightning to do an intimidation check on this boy, and tells him, just take your vice captain and go. Eh? We'll let you out. And rolls a 14 plus 2 for trying to intimidate this boy.
On a
So
16, you see he kind of stutters in his tracks, and he lays down his scimitar and starts openly weeping.
Oh, poor guy.
I transform out of spider and go, I think it's called first mate, not vice captain.
It depends on the command structures that you have. It's fine.
Scrapmate 5 hurries over to John Baskins, resuscitates him at 1 hit point, and the two carry themselves over to the other ship. They go to the helm before Gellin walks over, pulls a gun, and points it at John Baskins and says, not so fast. Kamos, Captain, you're forgetting the most important part of pirate-to-pirate combat.
We get to take all the stuff on their ship?
The looting.
Sure.
Yeah!
And
Let's go.
everyone can feel free to hop on over to the other ship. We are going to make one big looting check here really quick, and then we're going to call the stream. Go ahead and everyone give me an investigation check.
Nice.
All right. Let's see.
All right, my special dice do good things for me.
Oh no.
That's only a 13 for me.
13 from me as well.
Right.
That's a 4 for me.
That's a 9 for me!
Okay, give me 1 second.
Man, that would have been better. I should have used you dice. I'm so sorry. Only I could have rolled.
Sorry, give me one quick second. Oh, this did not work the way I wanted it to.
Oh, Mr. Baskins.
So, what were the highest rolls again?
Yeah, could you give me
13.
those again?
Highest rolls were 2 13s, I believe.
Yeah.
That's
That's rough. Yeah, we really like min rolled that one.
We really did.
What did Gellin roll?
Gellin got a 19.
Yeah. We
right.
love it when the DM cheats for us.
Alrighty. In total, you guys find a heaping load of coins.
I do like keeping loads of coins.
One
solid
caveat.
Load. Okay.
You find 7,133 copper coins,
Oh.
which in total
nice.
is 121 gold coins, 3 silver coins, and 3 copper coins. In addition to this, however, you guys find something interesting for Valandress, although I assume anyone can use it. You find a interesting looking whip that might need to be identified later. You find a set of robes that might need to be identified later. And you find a variety of small potions that you aren't quite sure what they do yet, as they are unlabeled. But you find 3 potions, a set of robes, and a whip, in addition to the gold that was aforementioned.
Sick. Did anybody write down the silver and copper?
It was 3 silver and 3 copper, right?
Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
What was the gold that we got?
121.
Okay, I had written 171. That's my bad.
All right. With that in mind, we're going to hop back really quick to the... no, we'll leave it here for now. We are going to go ahead and call the stream there, as we kind of pulled it a little bit closer to time than we usually try to. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Just as a reminder, we do have a YouTube and a Discord, both of which can be found in the stream's about page, or by using the exclamation point YouTube or exclamation point Discord command in chat. In addition, this Friday at 6 p.m., we are going to have another talkback stream with a few different cast members. And then as a last kind of farewell, I want to say thank you, Ian, for coming on as a guest player. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This kind of ended on a not like fully finished note for your characters, so we'll talk about what to do with that. But we'll do that off stream. Thank you again so much for tuning in. Anything the rest of the party wants to go ahead and say as we leave?
Be crimes, do gay.
Drive safe.
Live fast, gay better.
Do gay crimes.
Gay crimes. I am a gay crime.
Very good. That's going to be it for us. I need to find out who we're raiding, actually, so keep talking. Stall for time.
Oh god.
I'm stalling. We're stalling.
We've suddenly run out of things to say after 3 hours of streaming. All at once.
Well, I mean, obviously, we change the plan and talk about how Chuck somehow immediately just is overboard and is never seen again.
I walked the planks on my own volition.
Chuck just joins the other ship and like, all right, cool, bye. I'm captain of this one now.
Chuck decides to do the normal, like, I'm bored of this, time to do something strange and silly, just like when he was at the inn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very
I
good.
start gambling with John Hoskins.
John
Baskins.
Baskins, right. What am I getting?
Hopkins. God.
You're thinking
I think it's
Johns
Hoskins. No, you're right. I am thinking
Bob
Johns
Hoskins.
Hopkins.
All
Him
right.
and Mario confused.
We are getting ready to raid Distal's place. Thank you so much, everyone. It's been a great time to have you here. See you this Friday and then next week, 6 p.m. Bye.
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 Bye.